Work hard, play hard, work hard, play hard, work hard, play hard, work hard, play hard, work, 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 work. It's all about rain, player. Gold watches, gold chain, player. $100 champagne, player. Yeah, my money insane, player. Yeah, I'm making it rain, player. But I was just on a plane, player. Buying gear, flying here. It ain't what you heard, it's my time of year. If I'm in the club, I get 100 stacks. I'm always rolling up, so I can cover that. I heard he stole my swag, but I don't want it back. I was on this, but now I'm on to that. You see it in my closet for a song. Back was up the rent a while, now I'm going back. I got so much money, I should start a bank. So much paper right in front of me, it's hard to think. Bought so many bottles, it's gonna be hard to drink. But I'm still growing up. I'm feeling
Everybody, we got Ski. I don't know you, other guy, man. I don't know, man. I'm gonna forgive you. Have a business relationship with you because you on this channel will be a transaction for me to talk to you. So it's gonna take me some time. I gotta really decide because the stuff you guys were saying to me, no walking that back. Shout out to Jay's Picks. Shout out to Mr. VA. Shout out to Ski. So look, we decided to take an extra package. So, I over exaggerated. We're not working 16 hours, but we're working like it's 16 hours with this job because I'm driving right now 35 miles away to drop off this package. Then I gotta drive all the way back to town. So I'm about to do like uh, pretty much about like 90 miles total. So it would be it's considered overtime. So they pay me from 9 o'clock until I get back, which is probably gonna be about like 5 o'clock. So how many hours is that? 9, 10, 11, 12, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9 hours, I think. I don't know. Hopefully I'm right. I do have to say that I have to do better with my rest because I am sleepy. Literally, I'm sleepy. I'm on the road. I'm not sleepy to the point I'm gonna wreck, but I'm just sleepy. So yeah, I still got 22 miles to go. But yeah, I gotta start going to sleep on time because yesterday I didn't go to sleep till like 4 in the morning because I was trying to run up the wagering and I can't be doing all that. But I do want to say once again that you know I think the impression a lot of people have of me is that I'm lazy and I don't want to put in the work, which you're right to have an opinion, but I call that crazy work. I'm grinding. My day is 16 hours because, let me tell you what I got going on. So I got right now, um, I'm going to be, I'm going to drop off this package, of course, one little package I got to drop off, like 40 miles there, 40 miles back. And then after that, I'm going home to bet on the WNBA at 7. I'm probably going to take like a nap in between the first game starting at 7. So I'm going to actually try to do it a little bit different. Like WNBA, I hate watching it, but I'm probably gonna watch it enough to like know what I'm gonna bet for the second half. Maybe do some $5 bets on a part on a same game parlay. So we got to do that. So I'm gonna pretty much go home, take like an hour nap, and you know go from there. I'm trying to get this. Try to get this logged in real quick. Nice trip. Or I'm going at you, motherfucker. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to get this to stop. Stop popping up. Bruh, what is going on here? Like, what in the F is going on here? All right. Who else we got? He said, "Oh, they want you delivering pizza." You know what? Already, you guys won, or you can't try to separate now because we're back. You come back to the winning team. You did that last time, man. That's not a good look, man. You stay over there with those people, and if what you should be doing is trying to get him to stop, and maybe I'll, let up. Um, because this is about to start popping over here. Um, but you're part of the people that are harassing me, doxing. So I can have you, trying to act like it's sweet now. Shout out to Don in the building. Jay's pick. Shout out to you, Jay. I stopped doing. I didn't bet on the basketball tournament because at the time, hold on, one accident without delivery coverage. I didn't have enough time. So confused. Yeah, that threw me off. Um, but yeah, guys, we are. You know, we're pulling all day. So I'm gonna take a 2 day, like a 2 hour nap probably. Like I'm probably gonna get back at 5, take a 2 hour nap so I can be fresh and ready for WNBA. By the way, I might actually just pop one of my medication. That way I can I forgot I didn't take one for today. So I gotta take my second one. It's gonna supercharge me. I'm probably gonna turn into a superhero after taking this thing. Royce, I will allow you to come up and speak for yourself, man. Only you, Royce, right now. I will. Here's the link. I will let you come speak your claim right now. Me and you. There you go, man. Ain't nobody really in here either, so it ain't like I'm doing this for attention. Hi, you can come in here while it's 13 people in here. There you go. There's the link. Because ultimately, you were with those people doxing me every day. So I don't know why you're trying to act brand new, like you weren't that guy, like just trying to get me out the paint, like I did something, like I killed your dog or something. I don't know why. I'm just minding my business. You know what's crazy? The only reason why everybody had turned on me is because y'all are angry when I show success. Like whenever I show success, y'all call it I'm flossing. I think I'm better than people because I don't want to be a brokey. Then when I show losing, y'all say, "Oh my God, I told y'all he's a loser. He can't do nothing right." Like I can't win with you people. You guys literally, no matter what I do, you always say the opposite. I should have did. Like when I'm winning, oh my God, you made $4,000 in a week. You think you're better than it's crazy. The more I make betting, like doing my sports betting, which I told you I don't lose. Like I might see, I'm gonna say this one last time. If I start with $1,000 on a Monday and 2 weeks later I got that money up to $4,000. Okay. And then I put the 1,000 back in my account. I got 3,000 profit. I worked that for like a month or two, and I end up turning that 3,000 to 6,000. And then I have a week that I lose $1,000. You do realize that I'm still up a few $1,000s. Like I'm still ahead more than I would be at a job, but y'all would call me a loser, like a losing player. Like y'all would call me like being up, like and then losing a quarter of the bankroll. Y'all would call that gambling away my money. Addict. That's the reason why I don't rock with none of y'all because you know good and dang well what I'm doing. There's professionals that do it, but I become a black guy, I can't do it because all the white guys they do high risk investments. They do sports betting. You see them on YouTube and the guru websites. I don't know why they're not sharing a notification. That's just YouTube. YouTube don't like me sometimes. But here's the point. If I was a white guy, you probably wouldn't be looking at me sideways for doing something that white people created. The sports bet arena, white people created. The mob, they created the sports betting world. They created it so that way they can have a way to bet on something that they can rig. That's literally the reason why they created it. But once again, um, you know, you guys are gonna say that my life is bad, like I'm just a turd, like I'm just done, I'm cooked. I just find it crazy, man. It's like, come on, bro. Like, how much more do I have to do to show y'all so y'all can just leave me alone? And I don't really even care about y'all leaving me alone. I just don't want you guys putting my business out there every single day in a lying manner. Y'all literally are out there saying I'm doing stuff that I'm not even doing. I'm just minding my business. I'm just chilling. So with that said, like right now, I'm betting on games right now, and I'm about to be up on these. I'm taking my time right now because I know, how this is gonna go. How the heck is this team 144? How is this team beating this, destroying, demolishing this team? Like every quarter, they're just demolishing them. It's like free money. It gets to a point of just being free money. And I can't even buy. See, this is the thing right now. I can't even buy my way. I can't even buy more money because see, this is what I mean by addict. Y'all say I'm addict. I have my account up to 1198, and I got two bets pending that are gonna win. So I'm gonna be at about 1350. Okay, 1350. Meaning for today, I'm ahead about $90 sports betting. But here's the point. By the time today is over and I show my account, I'm gonna have about $2,000 in this account. I'm gonna have $2,000 in the account, and I'm gonna be telling y'all that I'm up big. And people are gonna be mad about that. I don't understand it. Like I can teach y'all how to do what I'm doing, but instead of y'all learning, y'all go and just hate. Shout out to Maverick in the building. It's crazy, man, because it's like the more money I make, the more y'all want to hate. Shout out to Ski again. I don't understand it. Twiggy wasn't really hating all like that though. See, I don't really care about the Twiggy situation. Twiggy can come up if he wants. Twiggy wasn't hating. It was all the other people hating every single day. You know, you're my boy when you only time I ever see you really lose sports betting when you get away from your bankroll management. That's the other. And then that you always, yeah. I mean, but remember, this is the thing, Maverick. Hopefully, it gets better for you. Shout out to Boy Wonder and Deal. Yeah, I'm working. I'm driving. I'm driving literally 45 minutes out the way to go deliver this one package, and I got to drive back into town. But here's the situation. Like, I want y'all to understand. Like, I make money, always make money. The issue is I don't have a big bankroll. So when I'm betting, I gotta like hedge just in case. Like, okay, let me break this down to you real clear. So here's the situation. I'm betting on just regular bets. I'm making regular bets, okay? What's happening is, once again, I go up like $3,000 in 2 weeks. But then I gotta pay bills because I sat around, I didn't do lift or nothing. So that means I got to pay my bills with the bankroll. But now that I got this job pays my bills. So now all the money in my sports book is my money. So right now, when I show y'all my account after WNBA, I'm going to do a video later tonight. I should be up $2,000 in my account. So that means that I'm going to, go check and see if you got ADHD, Maverick. You might have it. They'll give you medication. But when I check my account later and I got $2,000 in there, that means I could pull out the 1,100, pay back the loan. I still got $900 bankroll and I get paid on Friday. But I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna wait and just pay the loan back with my paycheck. But this is what I mean by like just people being haters. I'm not gonna say Roy's a hater, but he's bitter for no reason. Because for me to offer this guy a bankroll, I give him the same Dash and Trader package, a bankroll to bet with. If you lose, I don't care. But you're not gonna lose. I'm not confident. And he said, no, I don't need your money. I don't see. That's what I mean by Roy. Look, I have no issue with you, but you are goofy. What grown ass man that's sitting there complaining about another guy? Shout out to Jay's picks with the 6K in that bet account. Trying to get 10,000. Um, Jay, if you hit me up on Discord, I mean on Patreon, I can give you a strategy right now to do that. I mean that's easy. But like I offer him $200 and he says, "No, I don't need your money." Like yeah, crab in a barrel. Like I don't need your money, dude. I didn't say you needed my money. I said that as men, let me give you some game or something you don't know, and then that way you can make that paper and understand that I shouldn't be hated for helping people make money. I shouldn't be hated for me making all the paper I'm making. That's the problem I face. You guys aren't even trying to learn, but you want to critique and tell me how bad I'm down bad. What is making me down bad to you guys? That's all I understand. What in my life is down bad? Like everything that's in my life is good, but you're saying I'm down bad for what? And Brandon and company lost the power. They have nothing left to grab, hold to, because they will be ignored now because they don't matter. They're irrelevant. But I've made a joke of every single thing that they had over me. Burnt building. Yeah, $92,000 burnt building I own. You don't own nothing. What else they went in on? Me getting drunk. Like a lot of people have gotten drunk because we have actually have a social life lit. And I ended up, you know, in bushes. It is what it is. I got robbed. It is what it is. That's bad. I mean, not a bet. That's something that happened. What else do you go into? Car old and mileage. I got miles on it. Yes, and it runs like a tank. You see, I'm running right now. Mentally ill, not ill. Just yes, I got the mental problems. Keep it real. Gambling addict. Yeah, I'm addicted to making money. So why would I stop? If you want to call this addiction, then it's an addiction. Um, the average odds are based on. I go off of any odds, so I'll do minus 125 is the highest I like to be on. I don't really like to do 135 unless it's like guaranteed. You know what I mean by guaranteed is it has to be like a sharp play. If it ain't a sharp play, then I'm not messing with it. No, let me speak on that whole Roy. Like, here's the thing with Roy. Rory is a follower to whoever is deemed to be cool. Whoever's more like him. So what I mean by that is if you're dusty, like weird, dweeb ish, he's gonna take your side for everything. That's just what it is. You know, like he's so against a man making more money than he's making doing something that's a game. Like what I'm doing is a game. And yesterday at the end of it, which I don't have no issue with Roy, I told y'all, but I didn't like that everything he kept trying to throw at me. I'm telling him that it's not true, and he still was fighting the power that is true. And then I'm asking him about what Brandon's been doing. He wants to not speak on it. He wants to not speak on what he was doing, talking about I be harassing him and we be harassing each other. I don't harass none of them. They harass me. I'm chilling, minding my business. That's what I didn't like. He knows what time it is, but he wants to act like he don't know what's going on, like he's just oblivious to it. And for the life of me, I just don't understand him trying to get me to stop betting. Why would you get a guy that literally said he's so confident in what he's doing and he will give you a bankroll to bet because he knows you're gonna win? I don't play video games. Seems safer just buying assets and waiting until they take. See, this is the thing, man. To buy assets, you gotta have enough capital to make it happen. Pedro, you're on the naughty list too, man. I was actually gonna spend one of these days on you because I don't like that. Last time you came on, I had a lot of respect for you, even though it was tarnishing because you were like, just being fake, behind my back. But I didn't like that you tried to throw that mental health a couple times in that chat, thinking that that's sweet. Imagine if I said Pedro's alcoholic, like when you decided to put your hand up, say, hey, I'm alcoholic. I'm going to be truthful about it. I'm down bad. Imagine if I like made a mockery of that. Like imagine if I said Pedro's just drunk. He's when he's mad, he's just drunk. No, bro. And words matter. You're supposed to be like a respectful guy. Like I don't just sit here and roast you or say something bad about you without saying it to your face. I'll put it in your chat, or I just don't talk about you at all. But for you to act like Charlemagne the God, like you're a mental health specialist of the year, come on, bro. I have um, anxiety. I have anger that I can get turned up fast. A lot of it's for entertainment. But for you to sit there and try to say mental health, I need to take a break because of all this stuff going on, dude. I don't understand. Shout out to Todd in the building. I don't understand, even with him. Um, I don't understand with him. No, Pedro. Okay, so we can say that. But once again, you guys. Um, so you say addiction once again, and I tell you guys that if I wake up in the morning and I got, let's say, 1,000 in my account, and I turn that 1,000 in 2 weeks to $4,000, $3,000 I got, and then I put the bankroll back in my bank account. I got $3,000 to work with, and I lose back $1,000. I'm still up $2,000, and that's side money because I got a job. You guys are making it a bad thing. I'm supposed to stop because you guys said so. And my thing is, this betting is content for me. That's going to allow me to grow my channel ultimately back to something better than what it is now, which is gig work and brokies. And Roy, no offense to you, Roy. I know we already we hashed up everything or whatever you want to call it. We cleaned everything up. But Roy, I think the reason why you are so upset is because, and shout out to you, Pedro, for popping on. But Roy, I think that Roy and people like him that aren't where they want to be in life, they get angry when they hear the word brokey because if somebody calls me a brokey, I'm not going to get mad about it because if I'm not a brokey, then I'm not a brokey. Those are just words. But these people were going crazy. Like they go psycho when you say anything about them being a brokey. I just don't understand it. So I think that these people just got uh, a complex because they know they're broke. And what I mean by broke is you don't have money like that. Like you're talking about you got thousands in your account, but if somebody said to pull it up, you can't pull it up. Like I'm straight up about mine. Most of my money is in this account right here. I'm straight about mine, but y'all be like freaking gassing up and then you gas yourselves up and then y'all be mad because I just don't like brokey behavior, which is you trying to tell me what to do instead of just letting me mind my business, just chill. And guys, by the way, my content that's about to start coming out now is going to be on like people being cooked and people losing. I'm going off of this streamer. I'm not going to say the name because I don't want a comparison because I'm not at nowhere near his level. But this creator, I took his, or not took his, but I paid for his course and I learned a bunch of new things. So I'll be definitely doing that type of content now. Here's Conquistador with his just hack attack. He's about to be a hack. Yeah, go ahead, Conquistador. Be a hack. Only stupid people show their money or the bank account, dude. We're content creators. If somebody wants to call me out and say I'm broke, and I'm saying I'm not broke, then I'm gonna pull my bank account out. Right now, I'm cash broke because my money is in a sports book. But I appreciate that, Todd. Shout out to you. But if I ask one of y'all, show your bank account, since y'all got all this money, maybe not you because you actually have money. I know you got money. But the other people that get so upset, they don't have no money. And like you can't have it both ways. You can't on one hand go stupid on me and get mad at me for talking about money on my channel that I want to have because I want to be rich again. But on your channel because you guys ain't got no movement. I'm supposed to act like y'all and act like I'm broke just to make y'all happy. Y'all are my audience. And that's the one thing I don't understand. Who watches a channel of people that they just don't like seeing them win? Like y'all literally are allergic to just showing love. You know, like, and then y'all keep coming up with all these ways that I find a way to gamble. Like, how do I find a way to gamble? If I haven't had a job, yes, had three. This is the third job in a year. But if I haven't stayed at a job long enough to make a significant amount of money, then that would mean that most of the money I have comes from sports betting. Yes, Ski. Let me put the link back up. I gotta. Concrete Fedora. You low key, y'all, you Roy and all y'all be are just phony, man. I know you want to play both sides because I know a lot of y'all are trying to come back because Brandon ain't got no movement. But bro, y'all are phony because like you be putting out lies. Like I've never called you broke because I know you got money. You told us what you do, and you don't act like a brokey. You don't talk about money. You be chilling. But like, and then the race stuff, bro, it's jokes when it comes from me. I don't hate white people or I don't hate black people. I don't hate nobody. I love everybody. Yeah, I don't. I'm not. Yeah, never. I'll never punch. I'll never punch. I'll never punch the air. But yeah, I don't. I just don't understand it, man. Because it's like, bro, y'all just be doing too much, man. Like I'm just minding my business. Y'all just be finding ways to attack and just make me out to be this criminal. It's like, bro, I'm just living my best life. Like, what are y'all doing? That's the question. What are y'all doing? I ain't gonna do Jesse Lee Peterson because that will never go away. I would have to be a liberal. They don't have conservatives on there unless they're famous because I would agree with everything he says. You have the fullback in Washington D.C. in the market. I don't know what you mean by banning winners. I'm confused on that whole message. All I know is this: I'm just making bets. And I'm just grinding. I don't have an issue with Roy. It was it's just some nasty work what he did. That's all I'm saying. It was some nasty work. What he did was some nasty work, but we hashed it out. I just hope that we can keep it moving now. Concrete Fedora, you are free to debate with maybe not now because you said some nasty stuff. No, did so much dirt over there on me, man. I don't understand why any of y'all are in my chat. Why would you go and try to crawl back to a channel that you tried to? Yeah, Heritage Sportsbook is good. No, I don't have an issue. The online sportsbook, Jeff in the building. The online sportsbooks then don't ban you for making too much money. That's like the onshore like American sportsbooks that aren't big. They'll ban you, but not offshore. That doesn't happen. Trust me. Like I use all the books. They don't care if you make money. They pay out hundreds of thousands of dollars. Now, if you're cheating, then yes, they're gonna ban you. But if you're just making money, they don't care. They're good with that. They don't care if you're making money. What's going on, man?
Up? What's up? What's up?
Uh,
I was thinking about this theory last night on why your channel became the way it did.
Port clear. Give me 1 second. Yeah, I'll flip over to you. You can go ahead.
Okay, so I was thinking about like how like I think everyone would agree like back in the day, everyone encouraged you to sports bet. It was only me and Craig. That was the only people that was saying, "Oh, sports betting is the devil," because we actually do believe that. But it's funny how everybody says that sports betting is bad now inside your chat. And I started thinking to myself, like the whole $1,000. And I was like, the only people that's really complaining about the $1,000 is really like the poor white people. Cause like, you made a wish and you said, I want all the blacks to disappear. I want white people. And that did happen. And unfortunately, you got all the poor white people like Bobby that like he delivers like caterings out of Louisiana. You got like Roy that said you can take $1,000 vacation. Like you got all these people that's just like $1,000 is a lot of money to them. Yeah, because they're poor white people. And I started really thinking to myself, when you look at the chat, the poor white people hating on you, man. They're making fake pages, and like that's not a black thing to do. And matter of fact, black people and gambling goes hand in hand. So the people that's getting at you is really not like the blacks, because all black people. You talking about my grandparents? They went to the casino, they betted on numbers and stuff like that. So the only people that have a problem with you is the poor white people because they believe that they're above you, like Conquistador, because you're black, you should be messed up. Like Roy, he doesn't want to take money from a black man. He doesn't want to take help from a black man. And it's just like, and yeah, I'm coming up with some wild claims here, but like poor white people, like us black people, we're the desirables of our community. Yet we got the undesirables of every other community coming over here, and not one you can agree or disagree, but there's no undesirable blacks in the comments in this chat section that's saying smoke a black and mild, roll a blunt, Jordans, and like you ain't got not one bad black in your chat. Not one. You don't have no gang members. You don't have no I just got out of jail. Like but then we get all the trashy white people like Conquistador that got a change jar and like the best white person that ever came over here, unfortunately, is Scott Hall. Gotta give him that. Gotta give him that. Other than that, like who is their
I
competition?
think of that group, him. But I had white people that have been just normal. But the thing is, the problem
But
like you
but
actually are
but but
spot on with
who?
that.
But who's the normal one?
I
Like,
tr-
like who's the
I
normal
mean I
white?
no,
Thank you.
no, we had some educated white guys, and then we had some. Here's the thing. You're
We
right about
had,
that.
but
Like I'm
you can't name them. But the white people they mad because they're just like with you being successful. Because I'm just telling you from my own life, with you being successful, it draws attention to how lazy they are and how far behind and how they don't want to pull themselves up by the bootstrap. You literally have 444 line. He was on Roy live stream to say that I'm renting a car. What white man worries about what a black man drives? But a Chrysler 300 is not a luxury car by any means. This is not a Corvette. I could see if it was a Corvette, a supercar, but like I'm like, bro, like like once again, I wish I did rent it. I wish I did lease it. It makes more financial sense to lease a vehicle that costs around $30,000. I got the extended warranty, but the whole thing is like I really wish I didn't buy that ish. But the whole thing is you got a white man hating on a black guy, saying that I'm renting stuff when like a normal white person that I work with, like because I work downtown in my city, they're not worried about what I drive. They're not worried about that. But this man really had the nerve to say some dumb ish, and that's when I realized you attracted all the poor white people to be in your damn chat, and now you got to pay for it.
pretty much the white trash.
They
No,
know
you're right.
that.
I attracted
They
all the white trash.
they
Yeah.
know that, and then you actually sports betting. They're going home like the guy Bobby talking about. Let's go to the bonfire. They're like, honey, Big Dick Dennis is making a bag off of the sports betting. Why don't you take it? Because poor white people they don't want to take advice from blacks, and she's
Nope.
just like he don't know what he doing. Like, cause think about it. Like, you draw attention to how lazy they are. That's why they live in the bayou. That's why they live in the marshes. That's why they live in fucking Beaver County, the middle of nowhere, because they rape people. I'm not going down that road, but they do
No,
all the little
we don't
dysfunction
say
out
that word. Don't
there.
say that word.
I apologize.
Yeah, don't
They
say that
they
word.
do the all they do
Yeah.
the all the little dysfunctions like getting drunk on a boat, putting a teenage girl in the lake. That's the stuff they do. So by you sports betting and you making more money, you just draw attention how lazy they are. Like you like for example, like you stunned on Roy. It's like and then two, Roy snitched on himself. Roy said, if you think all I do is pizza delivery, and I thought to myself, when you hear an old guy working a dumb job like pizza delivery, you doing illegal activities on the
Yeah.
side. You're selling your booty cheek. We know you selling your booty
Now,
cheek.
now I don't know
And
if
as,
he's. I don't know if he's. I don't know if he's doing all that, but I do know that you're right about the whole. That was some diabolical work on Roy's part because this dude literally. Look, here's the thing. I don't have an issue with Roy. I mean we're just there, but it's like he still didn't show me respect towards Ed. All he makes everything a joke. Like he knows that you remember that live stream that he removed. You were defending what I'm doing, and he removed it because he knew it made him look like a dope. That's the type of stuff I'm talking about, man. Like he could have just owned up and said, you know what, I got it wrong. Like, Dennis is, able to give his son this AAU. It costs all this money. He's able to be with this. It's like the reason why I'm doing what I'm
yeah,
doing.
but
And he,
the thing is this though, what you did for your son, Roy didn't do that for his son. So, he don't want his 45-year-old son to say, Dad, why didn't you sport bet like Big Dick Dennis? And that would have hurt his soul. You gotta realize white people, they get mad when they see a nigga outshine them. Because they just like how you come from slavery, long neck, polo with no horse on it, driving in an old ass, not old ass, you driving a high mileage SUV. Meanwhile, this man
and
living
doing
with
the
his
drop top,
mom
he's was taking
in
shit.
a room, and this man's in Vegas. You said you're in the heartland of the bet land.
For it. Yep. Got you.
Like
Yes,
this
thank
man
you.
is in the
Oh,
heartland of
this customer
betting.
name. Exactly. I mean, he doesn't get that. You probably spell it that way. He doesn't get that. He could be making money out there, not offering him bankroll, and you know,
But what do you think his mom says? His mom says, "Honey, you're a stay-at-home son. You sell your booty cheek
and
on the side.
you might take
Meanwhile,
quick
Dennis can
photo.
teach you how to use the casinos."
Thank
That's
you.
what they're saying.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what his mom's saying. His mom's saying you don't have to go out there and sell your booty cheek or slap people up in the parking lot. Just use the casinos.
Now, there's the thing. I'm not gonna go into all that. I just know this is what I know. In life, your pride might get the best of you sometimes. Like if you have your blessing, like you got a guy who literally says, just for a point, he says, "Hey, I'm gonna give you a bankroll, and let's put my money where my mouth is. I bet you any money you make this amount of money with the betting. Let's go." And if he then at that point says no, that's ego. Because what man would 11 white trash, of course, and you gotta
But let that
admit,
sink in though. This
I'm
man
the
is
white
really in
trash.
the this man is literally in the heart of Vegas, still selling his cheek at the damn truck stop.
No, 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 don't say that though. Let's not say that. But this is
Okay,
the
that's a
thing.
lie.
I think this is the problem with this channel, and the reason why it's downhill because I cater to broke people, like broke blacks and white trash. Like you have
You
the
don't
white
cater to
trash that
broke
ain't
blacks.
necessarily
You
broke.
you cater to middle class blacks. Like we have to be because broke class blacks they're over there watching the food stamp content, people twerking. You're not doing any of those things. Like that's what bring the low class blacks, like the twerking.
No, let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. I'm not gonna talk about. I'm not gonna. I already had this conversation with the guy that let me borrow the catch, but I think he was somewhat insulted because I'm counting his money for him because I'm so used to all these dudes when I like they would throw out in the chat, "I'll let you borrow 1,000 if you can give me this back, that back." So when he offered, I'm thinking to myself like, "Heck, I ain't about to take this guy. That might be his rent money. He might not be able to afford to pay his bills. Blah blah blah." Because I'm being ignorant because I was spending his money for him because I assumed he was like everybody else. He ain't got money, so him giving me a bankroll would be a big thing for him to do. But it ain't, and that's the problem. Back in the day, see, when I used to put on parties, even though I had the money in my account, I would tell the people who wanted a little bit of action from the parties, like, bro, but they had to take the L if it was L, and I never had an L. But I'm like, bro, if you put the $2,000 up, I'll have my guy pick it up, then we'll throw this party in. You get your 2,000 back, and you get like 30% from the door after expenses. So that's how you do it because you never want to spend your own money. And these people that I'm over here got yelling in the chat about me that $1,000, I try to crowdfund first, but for them to not understand that a hard money loan is the best money loan you can get because that money is accessible right away, immediately. You don't have to pay too much in interest, And that person that you're getting it from, they're making some paper, because their money, instead of sitting in a bank account with 3% APR, they're going to get freaking for the equivalent of 40% for the year APR. And that's what people are 36% APR. That's what people don't understand. By them taking, actually, it would be like freaking not even 36 compared to the bank. It would be actually no, actually it'd be about, it would be,
Okay.
just put it like this. It'd be about 50 to 75 times what you get from a bank with that money being invested. But these people with me, and I'm good for the money. But the problem is these people are looking at it like I'm gonna lose. Like I'm doing this for
Well,
fun. Like this is a game. This ain't no game. I got
yeah,
like,
it's
right.
not.
Let me show them one last thing. One last thing, guys. This is the account. See, I go slow right now because the count right now is 1282. Okay, I drew 150. I'm baby stepping it, okay? I'm baby stepping it. Like this is easy work. Like I like literally, even if just imagine I cash out on Friday, whatever I got, just cash it all out. It's gonna be at least 2,000. I give back the money. I still got $900 and plus the money I took out already that I didn't have
Okay.
before, which is the whole point of him letting me borrow the money. So that way I can start betting now. That way, when he's ready to start betting, I'm already in the game because they all him, his people, they wanted to learn how to bet, so that's the game. But
Okay.
y'all in the chat be offering these loans, knowing y'all ain't about to do it because y'all don't believe. So he, guess what? As I grow, he's coming with me because he gave me a start, and he might need a hold a bank pro. I'm like, yo, bro, I'll transfer from my source book to yours. But with
Thank
that
you.
said, yeah, Ski, I got a bunch of poor whites and poor-minded
Yes.
blacks. Poor-minded
Well,
blacks.
I wouldn't say poor-minded blacks, because poor-minded blacks go back and forth to jail. So that's what I'm trying to say. That like us, put it like this, like a decent class of us is going to be surrounded by the poor of them. So I got to respond to Derek. Derek said not all white people are jealous. Exactly. But the ones that are, you got to think about the ones that are. The ones that are is going to be people like Bobby that live in the bayou doing a catering job, talking about you can make all this money catering. When people in his community going to say you can make more money cleaning up porta potty, there's no barriers of entry for a guy that chews tobacco. So when you sit down and you say, well, Dennis has nothing to his name, no skills, no anything, and this man doesn't have a place to live, or this, that, the third, you guys can put all that on him, but yet he's still making more money than we got to be real here. Dennis has multiple jobs. We literally seen him in the garage, this, that, the third. Like, y'all not giving him his credit. But
Yep.
when you got someone like Dennis working as hard as he did, and let's say even if Dennis was broke, someone's gonna say your poor white ass is not working hard as Dennis. So let that sink in that Conquistador is inside this fucking chat. My bad. Inside this FN
You
chat.
could you can touch
My
just don't use
I'm
like
gonna cut it out though.
brain and
But the whole
stuff
thing
like
is, so
that.
you
But
got people like Conquistador in this chat not working as hard as you. And it's just like we know that you live in a little hick town, you got a change jar, and you guys are gonna bring up a damn car when it's like this. I remember when I was a kid, right?
he
I
got a
used to work at
chainsaw in the garage.
change jar. But what I'm trying to say is this though. When I worked at a 7-Eleven, right? And I seen this lady and she was
Yeah.
black, and I said, oh, you have a nice BMW. And I remember I was going door to door because I was like doing some type of door to door job, and I seen her. She said, all you really need to do to get a nice car is to have good credit. So that's what that black lady told me. So my whole thing is this though, and I got good credit. But the whole thing I'm trying to say is if a white person is talking about, oh man, ain't no way in hell he can get a Chrysler 300, a 2020 Chrysler 300, that means you just a poor ass white person. You're
Yep.
just a poor white. Like you talking about it, it's like, dude, I could see if it was a supercar, but it's like for you guys to be like focused on a nigga, and you guys talking about $1,000 is a lot of money, when in reality it's not. Like a poor person in this country, you should be able to make $41,000 in a fucking year. And if you're a white man talking about, oh, $1,000, I could take a trip. Where are you gonna go with $1,000 other than motherfucking up the street and back? Like, come on, dude, you can't stay
That's what
anywhere
I
in
was
a
confused
week.
about.
That's what I'm trying to say. You got people, you attracted the poor white people. Not saying that every white person in here is
White
poor,
trash, white, pretty much
but
the white trash. Let's go
but
over. Let me kind of peer. Let's go over to this. I know you're gonna love this. Let's go over to the reason
even
why I
the
keep
white
saying
people
white
hate.
trash.
How do the white people hate on your living function? Like on your living, if a white person hates on your living situation, they ain't shit. That means they're just a poor white bitch.
Yeah.
Like, how is a
No, but
white person
let me
hating
give
on
you,
a black person living situation?
well, let me just give you what I think of white trash. Because we getting this mixed up. You keep saying poor whites. I think it's white trash because this is why. When you smoke cigarettes, you drink like either like just some type of soda or a bunch of beer and just destroy your freaking kidneys and just destroy your body. You don't care about the way you look. You literally yell at anybody making money that's not the traditional way,
You talking
nine
about
to
right?
five
Keep
or
going. Keep going.
deliver. No, not Roy. Roy doesn't smoke cigarettes. I don't think. I'm just saying that's the white trash. Like they usually freaking overweight and like unattractive, loudmouth. Like that's the white trash. They drive like a small little tiny car, or they drive like an old
Oh
crop bucket.
no,
You know, no, I'm not. I'm talking about what white
no.
trash in
But the
America
thing is
is
this
considered.
though. But when
I
the
can do it
trash
on
lid
Gemini if you
fits,
want me
you got to
to. But
put
go
it
ahead.
on the. Well, I mean, once you put that trash land, and if it fits the trash can, it fits. If the trash can fits, you damn near got to take it out.
Yeah, I'm mute myself. I gotta check and see, make sure I got it right.
Yeah, but it's just a known fact, man. Like you guys got to realize like the type of envy that it takes, and it's like you guys got to really be real here. Like like when you have somebody like Dennis that everybody says that doesn't work hard, but like we see him working, we see him tired. He did everything what everybody said: get a job and sports bet, have a job, then sports bet. But when you look at it, the only people that's really hating that hard is the white people like Roy. You got the people like, for example, I'm not going to mention his name, but you got Baldy telling you what to do with your kid. It's like, Baldy, you have to go to court for your kid because you punched her mom in the fucking face. You won't be able to see your kid. You can't take a family photo with your kid. So it's like when you got a man like that, he's looking at Dennis like, how do you get to see your kid with no rules or stipulations, and you don't need to pay to see your kid per se? Ain't nothing on the books. But me, a bald man that is freaking Puerto Rican or whatever, I gotta have all this to see my kid. It's envy. That's what it comes from. That's why he's just like, because I pay so much, I gotta drive this base level Honda and I gotta have a big girl as a girlfriend. And it's just like, bro, he looked at Dennis and he said that's envy because he's just saying like Dennis is a black man. He lives his life how he wants to live it, and he doesn't need to have a court order to see his kid, but I need a court order to see mine.
Hold on,
But like,
let's not go too
okay,
deep
okay,
into that.
I'm
But
not I'm not gonna go too deep.
let me say this
You're
real
right.
quick. Let me say this real quick. You're good. Let me say this real quick. So once again, like I'm considered a nigga, even though y'all might call me
Thank
white
you.
guy or whatever. Because I guess what I'm black trash in reality. My credit
You're really
just not
not
getting
though.
better.
You're
No, I'm
not
just
black
saying,
trash.
and
You're a
I'm saying
king.
no, I'm saying in reality, no, I'm not definitely not a king. I am like my life has been trashed the past few years, but guess what? I'm getting out of that slump to where I'm about to be back to my prime, and that's the point. So, but the problem is a lot of white guys that I'm talking about with the white trash. My channel used to have guys, the white guys that actually have money. Like Twiggy, no matter what, Twiggy got money. Okay, Jeff, he making the bags. You got freaking what was another white guy that was used to be on my channel? I forgot which one. You remember the
That's
other
it.
white guy?
It
No,
was it
no, it
was
was one
only it
other.
was
No, it
to
was the
be
New York
real.
guy. No, the New York guy. And then TVL got make bags. But those are the white guys that are literally just normal. But the other white guys are all based off of this list. I mean, give me like a minute to go over this list real quick. You got poverty puts you as white trash. Label
BTW?
exclusive. Yeah, individuals living in severe poverty, struggling with unemployment, relying on government assistance. Then it says substandard housing, cultural, pretty much people live in mobile homes, trailers, dilapidated, unmanned properties, living with your mom. And then you
Derek
have
Derek
for
said he studied
education.
white people.
Okay, well, come on up, Derek. Tell us. And then it says educational, lower levels of formal education, regional, non-standard um, dialects, such as heavy Appalachian or Southern rural accents, are frequently weaponized by outsiders to mock individuals, white.
You know
And
what
then
is wild,
behaviors
Dennis?
that deviate from middle class or upper class standards, such as, and you finish this one, I got one more after this. It says, Public disputes. Public disputes. Hold on, a cop right in front of me. Let me play it off. I have my phone in my hand. All right. Public disputes, unorthodox lifestyles, visible personal struggles, often seized upon by reinforced stereotypes. So pretty much, they hate the stereotype, even though they're perpetrating it. The last one is the taste in food, clothing, and vehicles, such as having non-functional cars in the yard, entertainment not aligned with
Thank
mainstream.
you. I hate
So
that.
pretty
Like
much,
anytime I go through the white neighborhood, like the poor ones, they be having boats on the lawn. They be having like a broken car on the lawn. They usually like have a Dodge Avenger. See, like us blacks, we don't have like
yeah.
Dodge Avengers. We don't do that. But that's a white person thing. We may have a Cobalt, maybe. That's if you're super struggling, but yeah.
But
But
you
it's
called it
usually
right though.
Malibu.
The only people that hate, the only whites that hate are down bad, other than Twiggy. Every single one of them are down bad. They're mad that I'm getting out the barrel. They don't want me to come up because think about
But
it.
how
If
does that
I
make
made
them
more
look?
money to, but it's think about it. Like yesterday,
Exactly. How does that make them
Roy
look? It
tried like
draws
he
attention
couldn't.
how lazy they are.
They can think about this. Just think about this. Yesterday, that whole 3 hour live I did, I'm the only one making money, but the whole 3 hour live, just think about this. Not one time did he give any type of props that he got everything wrong. Like literally. Like what could he say, dude? Like 4 years ago, I thought I was gonna have a house, but she switched up and said she's not moving now. So I was paying the full rent before I left down to California. And then I come back and I'm paying full rent, all utilities, and I'm in a garage like, dude, I came from a garage that I was paying full. I could have got a whole apartment for 1,500 a
Dude,
month.
you
I'm in
you
a
bounced
garage.
back like several times. You bounced back several
Yeah,
times. Meanwhile,
no,
Roy
but
been
just
inside the
no, but
same
just
room for
let's
like 20 years.
true. But I want to give a context. I evolved and got myself into a beautiful condo. I got a Tahoe that I'm driving, doing this new job. I got a motorcycle outside. I got freaking, the phones. I love having the newest phones, and I got the newest phone. That I think it's the best phone ever. My son got to do AAU. He's advancing in his career with basketball. My daughter, she's doing great. She's in college. She's winning. Okay, my kids want to see me. And then with all that said, I have no criminal record. Still, I pay my taxes. Like, why can't I get these people to finally say, Dennis, good job, man. You came back
The
from
only
four
people that
years
did that
ago
was the
when you were
blacks.
dusty.
The only
Yeah,
people that
some
really did
blacks.
that was the black. Like we got to be real here. Like
No,
a
some
lot
blacks,
of
but most of the blacks don't get.
name one black that didn't do it. That name one black that said, "Oh, did I think all the blacks in this chat said like, dang, like Dennis really
No,
bounced
look at the
back."
chat.
Like Lucky
Lucky
Duck's not
Duck,
a black.
Derek Carter.
Derek Carter never hated on you. And two,
Don
you
is
called
hit
him
or
Dusty
miss. It depends
Frill.
on what the day.
No,
Yeah,
Don,
because I think
he's a
he kept
realist.
he was calling me. He was calling me Dusty Dennis, and I don't play that, dude. You freaking looking like you came at 40 to get a haircut, and you calling me Dusty Dennis. Come on, bro,
No,
that's insulting.
that wasn't Don. That wasn't Don. I know who
No,
it
not
was. You
Don. That
said
wasn't Don. No, that's the
Derek.
one dude. I forgot his name. T Bone.
No,
That's T Bone. That
T-Bone,
look
yeah,
dusty.
T-Bone.
Now you talking about
T-Bone,
Don. Don could be cool. Shout out
but
to Shauna in the building.
now let's get back to the topic, right? So now you got to think about the type of white people. Like you got someone like Roy. They like Dennis bounced back all these different times,
Appreciate that
reinvented
Jay's
himself
picks.
several
Yeah.
times. It draws attention to like how lazy this man really is. And Roy, I'm not saying you're lazy, but it's just like maybe you haven't made a single change. You're still the same white dude that like to slap people up in the parking lot, right? And it's like you haven't evolved. You're like a Pokemon that you should never have caught.
I mean,
And
Roy.
like you draw attention to that though.
It's
He
tough, man,
knows.
because Roy. This thing with Roy is this, okay? He's really just about attention. He goes wherever there's gonna be some numbers, and then he brings like he's behind your back talking big bad stuff. But then when he gets like on panel, he starts laughing and starts trying to act like he's just joking. Like, and that's what I don't respect, man. Because nobody's ever seen me roasting somebody, disrespecting somebody, and like going at them, like doing a review or something. Then I come onto that person's panel and start laughing, like, bro, I didn't mean it. I'm just kicking it, bro. Respect, because I would never do that to you. Like, imagine if I was on here when they were talking about the butt plug. I shut that up. I shut that up. I nipped that in the bud. This is you, Nab, right?
Yo, what up, y'all?
Here you go, man.
And I think Nab would agree with me too. Like, to be honest,
Mm.
like every black congratulated Dennis, but it's like, Dennis, you don't realize that they see you as beneath them. So when you rise, you just draw attention to how lazy and how unwilling they are to change. Like, say for example, you got someone
Mm-hmm.
like Bobby. Bobby's over there talking about, I do catering. It's like, here you are, you're white in Louisiana where there's floods. Why aren't you a carpenter? Because I'm pretty sure the people in your little white community said you can clean porta potties, make more money, you could be a lineman. It's like there's no barriers of entry. But meanwhile, Dennis bounced back several times. Like you're like, it's just like you draw attention to how far they are behind in life. And
Um, can I
that's
say one thing real quick?
yes, sexy.
I just want to I just want to point attention to Max's comment in the chat. I might be going on deployment in November, so if that's the case, may you have a safe return. Shout out to you, Max.
Most
Hold on,
definitely.
hold on. Well, who's
Shout out
Max?
to
What are you talking
Max.
about?
Fantastic
Who's Max?
Max. He's a
Yep.
legend.
Oh, I thought you kept saying Max. I didn't hear fantastic. Hold on,
Sorry.
where is he going?
It
Deployment.
says deployment.
Be safe, bro.
Yep.
Be safe. But no, like here, okay, this comment about, yeah, they would hate if I get
Bobby,
rich. See,
no, nobody's pocket watching you. It's just like once again, like ain't nobody in the white community. You're a loser. No one says I'm gonna grow up and
Wow.
deliver freaking pizzas or like no, nobody does that. Like once again, like you're a strict, like you're a flunky. Like you're the example in the white community, which is like you go to school, you flunk out, you're not good at anything, and then you just do something dumb like deliver catering orders, and you want people to give you honor for that. And it's like, but the whole thing is this though, even though that you're on that level, Dennis is still above you. So if Dennis was right beside
Mm.
you, people would say, why is this black man that is an N-word from Ohio that doesn't have a place to stay, that doesn't have no skills, no education, that wears a polo with no horse is doing better than you? And that's what I'm trying to say. Like you white people can't stand right beside Dennis. So when Dennis goes up, you guys rather just take him off his pivot because the further he goes
Mm-hmm.
up, the more attention it draws that you're just a freaking fat, lazy guy from Louisiana that has no goals, no aspirations.
Mm-hmm.
You just
Yep.
applied to a job in the freaking local paper. Like that's all you did. You didn't do nothing magical. So you
You
giving
talking
Dennis
about
advice
Bobby?
like you did any, yeah, like you ain't do nothing magical. Like a lot of these white people that you're friending, Dennis, they didn't do
yeah,
anything magical and you put them on a pedestal.
I don't friend any of
In
these
the
people.
past. In the past, you gave them a lot of credit when they didn't really
Yeah, I
do
did.
nothing but just they didn't really do nothing magical. You
No,
got them giving
but
you
no,
advice.
but hear me out in this one. No, that's not completely true because there's one guy. I'm not gonna say his name, but this guy works his butt off. Like he's grinding. Like he literally is the only guy that I've met in the city that grinds like this. And guess what? He's motivating me to grind harder. Like he's literally telling me about how much he's making and how he got there. And it's like, dude, that's how you do it. You don't do it by beating me up upside my head, telling me about what I need to do. Blah blah blah. No, show me. And guess what? I'm doing a quarter of the work he does, and that's what got me in Las Vegas, making freaking bank, working all day. Think about this. I woke up today at 8 o'clock, clanging and banging, did my push-ups, did my arm raises, and I literally ate a little breakfast, and then I got to the warehouse at 9. I've been delivering since 9 o'clock. It's about to be it's about to be 5 o'clock by the time I get home. I get home at 5:07. I'm gonna end this live stream, and then I'm going to uh, take a nap for 2 hours, get up, eat dinner, and then bet on WNBA from freaking 7 to like 11:30, 12 o'clock. And then I'm going to wake up to hopefully $12,000 in my account. I mean, I said $2,000 in my account that I'm showing y'all tomorrow morning. Because remember, all I have to
Mm.
my life is that $1,000 that he gave me. Other than that, all I got is a credit card and I got a paycheck coming like between today and tomorrow. It's supposed to be here like yesterday, but a paycheck. So it ain't gonna be no, dude, you found a way to get that money to put it. No, dude, it's the skill of knowing how to do it. Then I pay that money back. I got $900 of profit. That's what
Mm.
I do, and I want that for y'all too. So
I
understand the
mean,
whites that are
the only thing,
hating.
the
That's
one
not
thing,
like Jeff is doing good,
Jeff is good.
and Twiggy is
Mm-hmm.
doing good, but the rest of y'all whites, like Bobby, you
Yes.
in
Fuck
reality,
Twiggy,
Bobby,
but yes.
you're not Bobby. You're gonna get replaced in like 5 years. They're coming out. They got the Robo cabs already. They got the
Not
Robo.
even that.
They
Like
got
the
the. They're
like
gonna they're
once
gonna
again,
deliver easier, and cheaper in like 8 years. You're cooked. You know that's the
Mm-hmm.
point.
So Dennis, how does this sound, right? Like, put it this right. I was watching a little live. No, it was a short. It was
Hold
two
on,
white
hold on,
people.
hold on. You see what Pedro just said? Yeah, Pedro, you
Hmm?
don't want that smoke, and we keep it
Do a live
respectful, but you don't want
tonight.
that smoke.
Okay, and
Oh,
anyways,
whoa.
so put it like this, right? I was watching a live on
Hold on,
on.
ski, hold on, go ahead and set this up because he's calling you out on your racism.
Okay, anyway, so let me finish. So I was watching a short. It was two white people in a restaurant. The kid said, "You're 31 years old delivering pizza," and the white guy turned to him and he said, "Yeah, I'm only 31 delivering pizza because I couldn't afford to go to college." Now, how does that sound when
Hmm.
I'm black, Dennis, you black? You can go take a loan to go off to college. They damn near give out loans to go off to college.
Hmm.
People getting mad at, and you got a white man saying that he can't afford to go to college. That right there is just a damn cop out. That's an excuse.
Yes,
Like you,
you're
and
right.
that's what I'm trying to say though. Which is like, if you had a black person in the room, a black person would say, "We don't come from money. We definitely don't have no damn near long line, no family heirloom." And you just said the reason why you are being Roy is because you couldn't afford to go to college. Someone's going to say, "Shut up! You just can't go to college because no college is going to accept you." But you don't want to go to a community college where they're going to accept you. You're just a lazy flunky that needs to go work in the pizzeria down the street, stay down there, get your sweat all over that pizza. Because that's why I don't go to pizzerias, because they put their sweat all over the pepperonis and stuff like that.
Yeah, I do. I do notice
But
that.
Wow.
It's kind of gross. That's why I don't eat it. That's why I hate eating pizza unless it's coming out of like the oven and then they put it right in the box. I don't do that sweaty,
thank you.
like playing around with the dough while sweaty
But
and imagine
yeah,
imagine Roy with
Hmm.
his
but the
elbow on your pizza, like
yeah,
rubbing
but
it.
Hmm.
the whole moral of the story is, if a white person, because white people, they use your excuse all the time. I have no skills. But meanwhile, you have no skills, but you still find a way to get an extra bit of money. You don't say, "Hey, the reason why I don't have a place to stay because the job's not paying me enough." You said, "I got a job and I got an extra source of income and I sports bet." A white person will say, "The reason why I'm homeless is because the job's not hiring."
I mean,
And the
Let
the
jobs
me
that
thing
do
hold
hire,
about,
they
on real
sorry.
quick. Not to cut you off now. No,
Hmm.
you're fine. You're fine. So Jeff, you should come up, man. That link is right there. By the way, Pedro, if you want to do that, hit me up on Instagram or somewhere so I know where and what time. We'll do that. But um, here's the thing,
Hmm.
Jeff. I'm not gonna put his business out there, but all I know is Jeff works his butt off. He's a white guy. He didn't have
thank you.
he didn't have no body just throw money in his pocket. He got it out the mud. And the thing is, he works like damn near 12, 14 hours a day.
But the
And
question is he hating
hold on,
on you though?
hold on, just
Is he
ski,
hating on you though?
you don't know,
Answer
but let me
that.
just hold on. Let me just make this clear. Let me just make this clear. Excuse me. Give me a second. Give me 1 second, please. Because I
Yes,
want to make
Dad.
this point clear. Because Jeff is a white guy, okay, who is busting his butt and getting it out the mud every single day. He's motivating me to do because right now I make enough to not have to go to a job. I can just sports bet and just this time around, just now that I got somebody handling the money, stack up. But I'm gonna still keep this job because unlike, what I've been around, Jeff got me motivated to where I'm about to be doing like I'm doing today, for example. I just did like 8, 9 hours driving. I'm about to do betting for like 4 hours, and I'm not even gonna be tired in the morning. I'm gonna be ready to kick butt again the next day. Jeff is doing that. And guess what? Coincidentally, he's not hating on me on his YouTube. Now, understand, I don't agree with what he's saying necessarily, because I don't think in
Oh no,
2026,
because I'm not putting it
white
in the right
people,
way.
but I'm
Keep going.
saying white people, I don't think white people have an advantage based off of them being white. I don't think Hispanic, black. I think that in
I'm not
reality,
saying you. I'm saying
no, no,
them.
no. I'm just saying. I don't think in 2026. I don't think anybody has that. I think everybody can pull themselves up. I'm not gonna say about a bootstrap, but pull themselves up and get a bag by any means possible. But the problem is, black people want to say slavery and racism. White people want to say the man is the reason why they ain't making money. Mexican people are literally busting their ass. They don't make excuses. And then freaking Puerto Ricans,
Hmm.
they're
I
too
mean,
bougie.
they make
They
excuses.
Puerto
They
And
Ricans, they make excuses and they say, hold on, let me just finish
Oh
this real
my
quick. Puerto
gosh.
Ricans make excuses and they go and they'll go and like judge other people and say, oh, you got it easy because you've been in America longer than us, blah, 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 even though, of course they're part of America, most of them. But I'm just saying,
Oh my God.
they act like they ain't in America. They ain't from America. They just make excuses. Indians and Asians, they kick butt. They take,
They don't.
they kick butt
oh,
just like you have what you call it, Muslims and freaking
yes.
Jewish
Shout out
Jewish folks, they
Muslim.
kick butt. The problem is
Down with Jewish.
Problem is
No.
uneducated whites
Thank you.
and uneducated black folks that don't know any better. Thank God I had a dad that had me doing yard work like a slave. I was working out there for like 9 hours as a kid. So that's why I
Um,
got the work ethic I got. So I'm just saying,
well,
just like one last situation. My basketball coach had us doing the defensive slide. And that's the reason why when y'all see me when I'm playing that slide, it's because of that my coach, I didn't have respect for him because he messed up, the future that I could have had. But he did give me that, and that's the reason why at 40 years old, I'm still getting picked up to play against kids, like I call them kids, but young adults in
so can
freaking
I
pickup
refine my
leagues
message?
because of
So
the effort that I put out there that a lot of men just don't put out. But go ahead, you got it.
okay, so I'm gonna refine my message, right? So what my original message was not all white people. I'm saying that the white people that don't work hard, you draw attention to that, and they believe that you shouldn't have it better than them because that's their belief. Like I'm not like my message is not saying all white people. So let me
Well, let
refine
me
that.
follow up.
Yep.
Sorry. I
So
was
so I'll
gonna
let you
just
follow up
say
after.
me personally, I wouldn't say it's 100% white people that are like, racist and trying to, do the BS. I think it's 101%. All right, go ahead, Ski.
Thank you. So the point I was trying to make was so the
That's
point I
that's a
was trying
battle y'all got to fight, Ski. Y'all fight that because
okay,
I don't think white people got an
okay,
advantage over
I'm
me.
no, no, you're not understanding. That's their internal belief. It's kind of like, for example, right, Dennis, if you and I was playing basketball, you think that you're better than me at basketball. That's just their
Oh yeah,
internal
yeah,
belief.
absolutely.
But
Yeah,
now
I
let's
think I'm
say,
better. Yeah.
yeah, let's say that, right? Now my question is, let's say if you wasn't able to dunk, but then I was. You're gonna be like, I don't want to play with it. Like, I'll put it like this: a weak player is gonna say, I don't want to play when he's on the court because he's gonna draw
Mm.
attention to how much skill that I really lack. Even though that I may be better, more athletic, more taller, taller. It's just like what I'm trying to say is when you do a side by side comparison, right? You
Yeah.
got, for example, like between you and Roy, whereas you had to bounce back several times, you don't even have a parent's place to go back to. Meanwhile, Roy has that. He's in the heart of Vegas where you
Hmm.
can get where you can literally find a millionaire. You can come out there with a business and you can crowdfund for a real legitimate mechanic shop. You can you he got the friends, he got the knowledge, but then it's like you have all of this and all you have is some Mountain Dew in a dark room. Meanwhile, Dennis is
Wow.
in Wilmington, the middle of nowhere, where they hang the N-words if you go too far outside city limits. The fact is the
No,
fact.
no.
But you get the whole point. He can go to the middle of
Yes.
North Carolina and never get found ever again. Meanwhile, you are
Uh,
accomplishing way more than this man named Roy that has connections, that knows people, that is in the heartland, that he can go down on the Vegas Strip as raggedy as he is with a bandana and say, "Hey, I got a mechanic shop." He can pull up to people with bikes like, "Hey, you got a bike? You need anything fixed on your bike? I could put on a new headlight. I could do this, that, the third." He can open up an inspection station. He don't want to do that. So what I'm trying to say is my message is not all white people. My message is for the lazy white people because the lazy white people and the white people they recognize my message because I work with a lot of white people that got the MBAs, that got the doctorates and stuff like that. So my message is not for them. My message is for the white people that just feel like my bad. My message is for the white people that you draw attention to how lazy they are. People like Bobby, which is you should be able to accomplish way more than what you're accomplishing right now, buddy. You should start a roofing business. Like, where's your roofing business at? Nobody's stopping you. You can
There's
well,
no
go get a
excuse.
line of credit.
Go ahead.
Thank you. No, you got it. I'm saying too much. So, but you
No,
got
I'm
the
saying
point.
there's no excuse for anybody to say that they're a full time gig worker unless you're just cooked. See, when I
No, see,
said
that's your
that,
problem. You don't want to put race
no,
into it. I'm gonna put race into it
no,
from
I
me and
didn't put no.
Nav.
I didn't say no. I
he
didn't put
didn't
For
race.
say
for
I'm
me
just
and
saying
Nav,
race.
for me and
anybody.
Nav.
Period. Anybody. So Pedro wants to debate you, Ski.
Well, Pedro, you're
Mm.
in
I
St.
don't.
Louis, so you should know all the raggedy white people that be in those gangs. So when you have a
Wow.
white person in a raggedy St. Louis gang, and you say, "How are you in a gang where you have not been oppressed, and you can still, even white people can leave the gang life and go get a real legitimate roofing business. They can do a whole little landscaping business. You're in St. Louis, you
Mm.
idiot. That's why your teeth is crooked. That's why you got a broken
But
ass
how about
SUV.
this?
It's like, bro,
Ski,
like
how about this?
like Pedro, I don't got time for this, man. I don't got time. You sound
Well,
stupid.
hold
You
on,
in
Ski.
St. Louis where you got the dumbest
Hold on,
white
Ski.
people
What
out
time?
there.
Hold on, Ski. What time do you free tonight at about 8 o'clock
Yeah,
Eastern
yeah, I
time?
mean, yeah,
How about this?
yeah.
Is what I'll do. I'll set up a live stream, and I'll call it Ski versus
Pedro, I'll be calm and cordial. I'll be calm and
Ski
cordial, so I'm not going to interrupt him.
versus
Because I respect Pedro. I respect
Mm-hmm.
him. And Pedro should know what lazy is because the majority of his people be on damn near
No,
government assistance. They come from the
no.
island on government
He wants
assistance
you to
and
cam
they
up.
come over here. Oh yeah, I'm not camming up. Oh
For
nope.
some reason,
I'm sorry.
he wants to look and see how you look. You can't put a
Nah,
mask on.
man. The whole thing is I can't cam up because once again, like I have a job, I have a career. Like once again, like I'm not like Bobby where I deliver food delivery and someone's gonna be like, oh, I recognize your food delivery. No, like once again, I have a job. I work a hybrid schedule. I'm right now at work. Like once again, I can't do that. I can't do that.
Mm.
All right. Well, what I'll do is, guys, let's put a pin on this race. How about this? This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do Ski versus 10, and I'm gonna put Roy in the thumbnail. I'll put Pedro in the thumbnail. I'll put what you call it. I'll put Bobby in the thumbnail, and
Like
let's
once again, you're
see.
talking to
And you can
someone that
debate.
went to college. Like I
That's
invested
what I'm
into
saying.
this.
I think you could take on all of them.
No,
I
no,
think
but
you could
the
literally prove
point
them
I'm
all
trying to get
wrong.
at is when you say so, like for like it's just like I don't know, man. All I gotta say is like my message was for the white people hating on you and the lazy white people. So obviously, if I said anything, Maverick not gonna get upset. Bill Gates not gonna get upset. So like my whole thing is it's just like the ones that are hating on you, I'm the one that's calling them out. Like,
Yeah.
shoot.
Mm.
So
I mean,
ski, I
as
guarantee I make more money
I
than you.
understand.
So how
I
how
mean,
much you made last year, Bob?
as far as Roy goes, like Roy, I understand. Like I think his family gave him a free house or something. Like we don't all have those opportunities. We have to get it out the mud out here. You know what I'm
No one,
saying?
no one asked you that.
Oh.
I'm playing. I'm playing. I'm playing. I'm playing.
That's one thing I understand. That's the one. See, that's the thing. You don't see.
Like once
And
again, can I say one
Roy
thing?
owes me the standard.
Mm.
20. Go ahead.
So Sec Bed says,
Go ahead.
Ski, you're afraid of the white man going far him. Yeah, because I'm the only nigger on the floor. Are you stupid? I'm the only nigger on the fucking floor. I can't
Okay.
hide. You sound
Bro, so can
dumb.
you stop saying, don't use the hard ER, please, sir. Don't use
I'm
the hard
old
ER.
school. I'm from
So
back in the time. I apologize.
I got you. Well, look, I want to say this. This ain't a shot to Roy or anybody else, but I'm sorry, 15, 20, maybe 10 years ago. No, 15 years ago, before we started becoming, as men, you were ashamed of yourself. You had to move back with mom. Okay, it was you moved your mom into the house and your mom and your dad into your house that you owned. So the situation is this. Like, you won't get to use that excuse now because you're in that situation to now try to act like and gloss over and say, oh, health reasons. No, you don't get to say that. I'm sorry, because if I had I was renting a room to help save money for my part, but also help her save her money, and you clowned that, made that a big deal, to where I was rushing to get out of there. I mean, I'm making too much money to be in that house getting clowned for being in a garage for the most part. I'm making bags. So like you can't have it both ways. And you have wasn't he? I'm pretty sure he was saying like you're over there with grandma. Like,
I'm good.
they made that a
I'm
big
good. I
deal.
know.
Now I'm in my own spot, like I've always been my whole life. And now we gotta play this whole health talk about health. That's the reason why I know it ain't no excuse for a grown man to be
Yeah,
living
but
with
how does that
parents
look for
after the
this? Is what I
age
was
of
trying to
21.
say. This is what I was trying to say for
Period.
you. Like,
No
how does that
excuse.
make him look? That's what I try to say. How does that make him look? That like that's your excuse, but then it's just like then what is like Dennis has the same excuses as you, but he's
But
down
I
there
didn't get to have
surpassing
it.
you. Like I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie, I'm being real. I think you make more money than Roy. So
Oh,
everybody's
I
saying you
absolutely do.
broke.
Dude, I broke down my bill, $6,000. Literally, I can show my bank statement. I got in and out transactions. I got like $12,000 minimum a month in and out transactions. Now, of course, half of that is like money I'm putting in and money I'm sending back out. But Literally,
No, but
my
I
bills are
think
six
you make more
thousand.
money than Roy. So it's just like that's what I'm trying to
He,
say. Which is like,
yeah,
what's
he
your
was.
excuse? He's like, my excuse is I'm helping my mom 24 hours a day.
No, he needs to get that bag. Like I was
My
like
whole thing
my
is if
like
you work at 9 to 5, you're not home. You only home at night. So if you helping your mom, you're only there at night. So what are you doing throughout the day? You're just effing around. You're beating your little stick. Is that what you're doing? Because what I'm trying to say is
Wow.
I'm gonna shorten it, right? I'm gonna put it like this. What I'm trying to say is in those 8 hours you're doing pizza delivery, but in those 8 hours you could do something that's more maximizing towards your time.
I mean, I don't see
Mm.
why. I don't see why if like my son, one AAU tournament weekend out of town was $1,000 minimum. Okay, and he's talking about vacation. I wasn't a vacation. That was just me taking my son to AAU. And then he got me because I made a deal with him. Every dunk he got, he gets $50. So the first weekend, he had like 3 dunks and made sure to get those dunks because he wanted that bag. But here's the point I'm making. I was able to do that, which helped because now my son is dunking and I ain't giving him nothing. Just like my son on the train, I'm not giving him nothing. So that little bit of money was worth it for me I had to struggle giving up that money to get him his mind
Mm.
right, program him right. And now he's programmed to where now he's motivated to
Dunk.
train and do all the good stuff, dunk and score and get buckets. And now he got freaking already interest from D2 schools already. They're not reaching out to him. Of course they can't, but they're inviting him to like the invitational tournaments now instead of, the AAU. Now he's getting invited on the invitational circuits teams to play with circuit teams. So all I'm saying is like when it comes down to it, my mission is being accomplished. 444 line, dude. I'm gonna have to do authentication. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to do I gotta boot him because I don't want him.
Oh,
He
also
can
4 for 4 line.
literally.
That's who I was mainly talking about because you could tell in his accent that he's a broke
Oh yeah,
money.
he's white trash. Yeah, I can't get him to.
Wow.
He keeps
That's
he's gonna
funny.
pop in and out like he's gonna pop in and out 20 times. Just watch. He's gonna literally like a psycho. He has nothing better to do. He has
Mm.
no wife or whatever. I'm assuming because
But that's what
why
I'm
would he
trying to
be
say though.
that?
Like
He's gonna pop
here
in
it
and out
is.
20 times until I let him on.
No, but what I'm trying to say is
Mm.
his forefathers got him that land, and yet he's over here effing with you.
Mm.
Like you got to realize I met real white people. Real white people they don't associate themselves with black people not because they're racist. They're like I got better things to do. They're gonna be like
I
I'm not
wouldn't go
gonna sit
that
on a
far.
No, no, they really do. They have better things to do. Like, for example, they're like, they got to do tax. I'm just being real. Like, I'm just telling you from my own
Mm.
personal experience. Like, look, put it like this, right? All white people are racist, but they're not always racist all the time. They just got more important things to do. It's kind of like,
Mm.
for example, I met a veterinarian. It's just they got other things to worry about, like a horse staying alive. Like their mindset is not going to be anything black or anything black centered. So what I'm trying to say is,
Mm.
here you are. You got Bobby. Think about what Ski's saying, but listen, a white person will be like, I got to think about my retirement. I got other
Yep.
things to worry about. They got the media is literally made for them. They got entertainment channel. They got more important things to worry about. So what
See,
I'm
I
trying
want
to
to go
say
into
is,
a different. We're going to finish your point. I want to go into a
no,
different
I'm
little
finished
point. Okay,
because I'm
okay,
just rambling.
so let me pay because you remember I used to be a beast at the chats. Let me just say respond to a couple of these chats real fast, and then I'm gonna go on. We're gonna
Mhm.
move on to planning for the future. So no, I was in the garage was converted into a room. It was her room originally when I first got there, and then I had the master room with the bathroom. But when I left, she turned down to her room, and I happened to she said I could have that room, so I just took that room. That's what happened there. But the room was okay, but it's just in the winter it was freezing because the air ducts didn't work in the back garage. But that's the whole or back room that used to be a garage. That's the situation. And
Okay.
Paige, hold on, Steve, before you go up, just please let me just do this, please, because I'm trying to operate my channel
Okay.
a different way
Most definitely. I
than we
apologize
used to.
because I got to
Okay,
respond to Pedro. But yeah.
I know we both had to. DJ wonder why people troll him. Say, look, guys, what Steve says is his opinion. That ain't my opinion. Okay, I don't agree with everything he says. Okay, now with that said,
Mm.
I'm going to now do for sure the live stream with or without Pedro. And Pedro, you better show up, or I'm going to cook you. But I'm going to just allow for Ski to just debate the whites that's going to pop up like Roy and everybody. But for you to say, this is what Pedro
The
said, guys. He
whites.
said DJ and Ski are victims of black culture. You guys have nothing. Fantasizing about what others have. This is a music video.
A
Lame ha.
music video,
So
that's kind of
so
racist, but keep going.
let me say a couple
Mm.
let me say a couple of things about that, and then you can go Ski. Let me just give me like 3 minutes, please. Just don't interrupt me. Let me
You
just get
got
this
it,
off.
Dad.
I'm gonna lose my train of thought. So Pedro, first off, um, he ain't gonna show his face. So if you want that, then you might as well not come on. But I'm gonna at that point take it to a disrespect roast because let me say this. So Pedro is a walking hypocrite because in reality, he had a channel that was successful. Now his channel is cooked because, as I told him 3 years ago, like I'm gonna have longevity. I might be at low numbers now, but guess what? If I keep this momentum and I keep, doing video streams like this and putting out videos, my channel is gonna go from this to the stratosphere because of the fact that I do original content. I don't talk about the same four things every single day. Hey, make this much with gig work this day. They banned me off of this app. They're cheating us out of tips. Those are your videos. So you don't have no push. So your channel is dead. So you can't act like you're this big time streamer, which is why you're in our neck of the woods now. Secondly, Pedro, you literally came on my channel at a vulnerable time that I'm getting harassed by these people. You know how it feels to get harassed. People doxing your
Mm.
address, people pulling up like that big ass dude that pulled up on you, had you shook, and I
Yeah.
Damn.
respect you for, hold on, let me just finish, please. Let me just finish. I respect that you did give him an elbow, but he still had you shook. I didn't respect that. And
Mm.
I went in on that dude on my channel. I'm not going to fight him, though. He's freaking, but I went in on him. I said that ain't right. But here's the point. Those people were doxing me. And when I lost all respect because you made a video with me in that with that AI photo of me based off of that video, and you decided to beat my head in while I was down and tried to make me out to be a racist because you're in your head so thirsty because you're low key a retard that not understand that it's a difference. Just because I'm a conservative don't mean I hate black people. I hate anybody. No, I'm conservative because I'm about marriage, people working hard, and not doing crime. Period. Now, with that said, Pedro, you literally came on my channel and said, you need to stop gambling. You're gambling all your money away. It's not good. You need to get mental health, blah, 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 blah. While the whole time you had an alcohol problem. You were drunk. And guess what, Pedro?
With
After
crooked
you
teeth.
came out, did I clown you, Pedro? Did I make a video about you being a drunk? No, all I said was, bro, you clowned me on my channel and you went on your channel, you went on Roy's channel, agreeing, talking about I'm a degenerate gambler, this and that, not asking me to like show my numbers. Jackson Trader, you cool with him. Call him up and ask him how much I make. Like I was making $1,000 a day. Now here's the situation. You sat there and tried to make it seem like I'm down bad for betting and all this and that, this and that. When in reality, I made a choice to do that because it's the best thing for me right now, on top of having this actual job. Now he's gonna say you're conservative about marriage, but yet you're not married. You don't work hard. You borrow $1,000. Pedro, you don't work hard either. No gig
That's why
worker
you're a
works hard. Your
DoorDasher.
channel, yeah, you're a literal DoorDasher. You've been DoorDasher for 7, 8 years, dude. You're cooked. You only you only lucked up and you started doing YouTube before everybody else. Now it's starting to catch up with you. Nobody cares about your channel no more. You can only get 1,000
And your
live
crooked
viewers
teeth.
anymore. You're cooked.
Oh
Yeah,
man,
you would have
y'all,
got your
what's
no no
going on?
you would have got your teeth fixed if you would have had money. You don't have money like that, bro. And I
You
respect that you decided. Hold on, I respect you decided.
you got it.
You decided to marry your wife. I respect that. Hopefully, you married her. You're talking about
After
me.
she had
Um,
kids.
but you do realize, Pedro, that my son's mom, like when I wasn't able to go and access that situation, but I didn't have a kid after that until I knew for sure if he was my kid or not. Because my daughter isn't about to be mine. Everybody knows that. So I decided to wait to have kids because the next person I'm with and I want to have kids with, I'm gonna marry. Now here's the point. I didn't have that education because I grew up in the ghetto. I grew up in the hood. I didn't know what a liberal and a conservative was until I moved to Las Vegas. So shame on me for realizing that the black conservatives are staying out of jail, aren't talking about the white man and slavery and civil rights and all that bullshit as the reason why they're down. No, they're getting it out the mud, which is what you and whites don't want because y'all don't want a smart nigga. Y'all want a freaking dumb. You don't
Thank
want me
you.
to say this right now. You don't want me to sit here
Sing
and
it.
tell Nab or Ski, y'all need to work your asses off. It ain't no
Preach.
excuse. I don't want to hear about no goddamn slavery. I don't want to hear about
Thank
no
you.
give me reparations, dude. You aren't even a part of that stuff. No decisions made in the past to the blacks back then is affecting you now. That's what I'm about. But for you to sit here because you're a liberal snowflake, you're over here sitting here like talking about like knowing illegal immigration is what destroyed the gig app, but you want to pander and act like you're for illegal immigrants. You know what illegal aliens are. You know what illegals are. Like if they coming from Africa, they coming from China, they coming from all over the place. And you
Meanwhile,
act
you
like we
waiting for
got
your
all this
next
imaginary,
stamps.
yeah, and you act like we got all this imaginary money to freaking like take care of these people. Here's the thing, Pedro. Everything that you got that you say about me is just salt because you did a gig conference and I tried to give you this game. 'Cause I'm an event coordinator. Even though people don't want to give me a chance, they don't want to listen to me, but I'm a
Because
beast
you're
at it.
black.
Everything I told you to do, yeah, that's part of it because they assume I'm an ignorant ass nigga. I don't know nothing. But if you would have listened to me, Pedro, maybe the people would have fun and then it would have continued every year. But instead, you got people playing freaking bingo and freaking Uno and freaking, y'all ain't got food. You got freaking
Paying them in
some freaking
gumdrops.
some dusty ass great value hot dogs, dude. I could have planned that whole thing, and I was gonna pay for it. I literally told this dude because at that time I was balling out of control. That's when I made the $25,000, and I was making like 5,000, damn near. Like I want to say five, like I was making 2,000 minimum a week. I offered to pay for the food for all of that, and you know what he said in the chat?
What do you say?
Nothing. He ignored me, and he saw my comments. He literally did not
You know
speak, say my
why?
name.
I'm
Oh
gonna
no,
keep it
he
real
finished.
because
He
you was gonna
finished.
get credit. You was gonna get
Yeah,
credit.
yeah. I didn't credit. I didn't even want credit. I just wanted to. I just wanted to do it because at that point I looked up to Pedro as he's the top of the bottom feeders. We're all cooked as gig workers. But here's the thing: I wanted to be a part of that, and I was going to pay $1,000 to do that. And he literally looked over me and he just act like he didn't see it. Then he wants that after the event failed. Maybe I should have took some advice for some people because no. But here's the point. I don't think I'm better than him because or he's better than me because how can we be bigger than each other when, dude, we're both cooked. We're gig workers, Pedro. And you can't use that excuse like I used to. Oh, I'm a YouTuber. That's why I do gig work.
Because
No,
you
you
draw
don't make,
attention to
you
how
don't,
lazy he is.
yeah,
You
you
was
freaking lazy,
him.
Pedro. You freaking are you sitting around doing gig apps all
And
day.
he's
Dude, you
trying to get
realize
his channel popping by coming over here because he's lazy. But keep going.
yeah, do it. I want you to try to get your channel popping the hard way like you used to. Remember, you used to do live streams every day. Remember, you used to do 3 or 4 videos a day. Now y'all lazy because y'all know it's boring to do the same 2 videos every day. Hey guys, I lost this much because a customer called DoorDash on me. Bro, all I'm saying is this. That's the reason why you're mad because your event failed and you didn't want to take my advice, and you didn't have to. It's on you. And yes, I was butthurt about that. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. But guess what? I didn't come at him crazy. I just kept it moving. He decided to come at me crazy and try to use me as a locale. Because guess what, Pedro? Once I'm gonna end it like this and say, bro, you are a liberal, flaming liberal. And you don't understand that the most dangerous thing a black man or a poor white or freaking poor Hispanic can do is vote for Democrats because all they do is create poverty. You realize, Pedro, maybe you don't know this, but to get welfare in majority black cities, you can't have a man nowhere in sight. The woman got to be single the whole time the kids until 18, single for her to get taken care of the rest of her damn near life. Okay,
Well,
Pedro,
Dennis,
you do. Let me a couple more things. I'm on stream conscious right
cook,
now. You do
cook.
realize, Pedro, that in black cities that majority black, we're not allowed to have guns, not because we're just thugs and gangbangers. No, because they want us to be victims of criminals. The criminals are going to have guns, but we're not allowed to have guns. And I think Pedro is a beta when it comes to guns. Okay, Pedro, you realize that all the stuff that you don't want me to talk about, and you and the rest of the whites and the uppity Hispanics don't want me to talk about, is what's going to help the black community. Let's stop telling our kids that the reason why we're doing teen takeovers and all this bullshit that happened in St. Louis, one of the biggest spots that has happened in St. Louis. But instead of us telling the kids, stop being a YN, okay, stop making babies, you can't take care of, stop doing this and that, I made that mistake. No, we're gonna shut me up and say, Dennis, you're a white guy. Dennis, you're Uncle Tom. You're a coon. No, I'm a black guy that cares because I look around kids that look like me and I see them having no way out because they're listening to liberals like you talking about slavery and reparations and about how like you don't give them no help. You don't talk about nothing vulnerable on your YouTube channel. I sit here every day and I embarrass myself half of the time just to give you guys some value on how to be better in life. You don't give nothing. All you do is talk about how to make an extra $1.50 a day doing DoorDash. Bro, why not teach them another skill? I got a Patreon. I'm teaching men how to make a bag without risking anything. There's ways to make money sports betting without risking anything. Literally, I can teach you how to get $500 right now in bonus money without betting nothing more than with $5. I can show you how to get $500 with all your accounts that are available to you if you're in a gambling state with $5 to start. That's money to people. And then you take that $500, you can parlay that into making $500 a week off that with my systems.
Okay.
But I'm giving people the game. You don't like that though. You want me to just sit here and like do the crap shit show that you and Roy and all y'all be doing, where y'all just talk about nothing. Y'all talk about nothing. Dweeb talk. You
Okay.
realize you are not helping drivers. The drivers are all broke and poor. They're driving
No,
12, 15
Dennis, you're
hours a
not
day.
getting it.
No, hold on, no. I'm talking about the ones in this channel. Majority of them are
No,
broke
no, no,
and
no.
they're poor.
I'm saying
You
you're not
realize if you go to this
understanding.
panel, they're all crying. They're crying. Oh my God, my life is over. Like I got to do this all
Dennis.
day. The gig apps, we got to unionize and be workers, dude. You realize if y'all unionize in all the states, that gig work is over. This
Well,
dude
Dennis,
out of
I
line, and
think you're.
he just said 400 views a month, bro. You don't get 400 views a month unless
Well,
your
Dennis, I
numbers
think.
are bad. Because hold on, I got give me one more minute, Steve. Just give me one more minute.
All right, you got it.
I am a selective hater, and when I have my moments in my heart that I want to just be a hater, I look at numbers. And bro, you might be talking about your shorts, but your videos that actually pay, call my bluff. Pedro, you got my Instagram. Send me your dashboard. But I know damn well you ain't making no more than $1,000 a month now. If you're doing over that, you do what? Your three same videos every day, and say you do 3,500 or 3,500 views a video, which you don't do no more. You do maybe one video gets 35, the rest gets under 1,000. I'm a selective hater, bro. You ain't getting $1,000 per month. So how about this, Pedro? How about this? Show your numbers, because I show my numbers every time I come on here. Like right now, I told you I got $1,000 bankroll. And I've been showing y'all every single freaking time y'all ask, I'll show y'all my balance. My balance. I pulled out $380. Right now it's $1,200 in here. And I already pulled out 480.
Okay.
And that's after what, 4 days of betting? And I'm not even betting
Well,
crazy. Tonight I'm betting crazy, but go ahead, Ski.
okay. So
You
what I
got
was
it.
trying to say is, when I said you don't understand that, you got to realize like the whole point of ride share is this, right? The reason why it never really worked for you is because you have to want to be poor. Because it's like this, right? The people that work at
Mhm.
Family Dollar, they get government assistance. So for you to be a rideshare driver, you have to be a Democrat or a liberal because they're the one that's giving them the social program so then they can work that job. See, Dennis, you're not comfortable with receiving food stamps or anything like that. So that's why a lot of those rideshare drivers like Pedro, I wouldn't be surprised, like Pedro, like, I don't want to get at you. I thought we was cool, but apparently we're not. But I wouldn't be surprised if Pedro had a food stamp card because a very vast majority of rideshare drivers have food stamp cards. They also
I
get
mean,
government assistance. No, but that's how
I
they
don't,
keep going. And
don't knock them. No, don't knock, not to cut your
no,
point,
no,
but I don't
no, no,
mind.
I'm
I
not.
don't
I'm
care
not
about food
knocking all of
stamps.
them. No, I'm not knocking all of them, but a vast majority of rideshare drivers benefit from government assistance programs. So that's why you see a lot of single mothers. You see a lot of broke people. If you go to the projects and the hoods, a lot of them are Lyft drivers because they are getting those food stamps because they are able to claim that income and they know that income's not going to pay them enough to keep them eligible for government assistance. So you gotta have to understand that Pedro, unfortunately, like Malcolm X said, he's just a fox in sheep clothing. So like
Damn.
in one way you think he wants you to make more, but by him having people do the rideshare apps, the only people that can continue doing them are the ones that's getting the Section 8, the food stamps, the WIC, the welfare, the disability, because it keeps them still eligible for those programs because they're not going to make enough, and that's why it never worked for you because you're a black man that wants more. But if you're a person that doesn't want as much, that's where you get the people that work at LA Fitness as a janitor. Those are the people that work at the bus station as a janitor. Those are the people that work these menial jobs. Rideshare driving is menial because anyone can do it. That's why you see a lot of Habibis and foreigners do rideshare. The real reason why is the American dream is not a house and a picket fence. It's a food stamp card in Section 8.
So
Hmm.
let me. So you said most of the people I watch my channel are not even government assistants. Most gig workers are
You
government
don't know
system.
that. You don't know that, Pedro. But I know just from example because there's a lot of hood people that is going to test too. There's a lot of hood people from the hood that drive Lyft and Uber. That's just a fact. There's a lot of
Okay,
people in the
so
hoods. So they're
so
not
here's
rich,
the
but you know they broke, Pedro.
yeah.
You know they broke. You know they broke though. So put that in there, Pedro. Stop picking sides. You know they broke and they need government assistance and they qualify for it. You know they qualify for it, and if they qualify for it, just like your crooked ass teeth, they gonna be there.
How
Wow.
about this? How about this, Keith? Because I don't want to waste the content. How about this? Let's put a pin on that. I'll do another stream at 8 o'clock. I'm gonna do a thumbnail for it. If Pedro doesn't show up, then we'll just do a segment of like 20 minutes of roast a smoke show. But if he shows up, all respect. All respect. Because I do respect. We're not gonna do the trolling, the lying. Everybody just don't speak on something you don't have. So let's move to the money. Okay, let's leave Pedro alone right now. Let's just move to the money, and then later we can do a ski versus 10, and I'll just put a bunch of. I'll make it look dope to where it'll be you ski, and I'm gonna just sit there and moderate
You're
and
not
handle the
making it
back.
look dope. You're just using AI. You're taking AI credit, but keep going.
No, I told y'all I use AI. What do you mean? I don't do the thumbnails. Use AI. That's what I'm
You
saying.
just
I'm making it
said
look
you
dope.
just said you was gonna make the AI look dope.
No,
I
because I
mean
got
the
I got to make
thumbnail.
the I got to come up with the prompts. Of course, that's part of the work. You got to come up with the prompts. If you don't come up with the right prompts, it's gonna look like an ugly flyer. I'm trying to visualize how I'm gonna do this flyer.
Okay.
Now, keep in mind that AI. I do all my thumbnails. I did the outline for yesterday was AI. I wrote everything, like typed everything, and then it made it sound good. Okay,
Text
now
to
back to the
speech.
point. The money, the money. You have no, actually, that notebook, I mean, that notepad that I had yesterday, all I did was took a picture of it, and it literally wrote up a whole outline. So, yesterday, the whole question of $1,000. Okay, so let's make this clear. The $1,000, I came on on my channel last Wednesday, and I said, "Hey guys, I don't care. I want y'all to donate $1,000 to me. Let's get to the bag. Let's get to the sports betting bag. I'll be on the Patreon. We can get this bag." And everybody just said, "Yo, I'm down." And I raised that first day like $60. And then the next day, I get a phone call, and you said, "Hey, I'll give you that money right now. It's all, I got no problem. What kind of percentage would I get?" And I told him, for the most part, I don't work like that. I don't work with um people taking a percentage anymore, because I don't want to burn bridges, because I can't be making $5,000 and giving up $1,500. I don't care, especially if my bankroll is $1,000. Now, if you give me $10,000, then yeah, we'll be partners, and then I'll be making 3,000. But long story short, I said, I'm not on that, and plus I'll have money at the end of the month. So then after coming on stream, talking to people, and I had a dream. I'm like, why would I wait 15 days when I can start now? And that 15 days, I'll make $200 a day, and then when the end of the month hits, I'll have the $3,000 when I'm in Vegas, like last year, minimum, to like run up some bags. So on top of that, what happened was I hit him back and said, "Bro, if you down to do it with the interest, I'll take it." But once again, he reached out to me. This is the first time I took a loan from anybody, other than my family, close friends. And I haven't even really close friends, not $1,000 loan. But in the past, doing business, because this is a business move. He's making money from interest. He's making 40 times what he would make at the bank, having that money in the bank for a week. And here's the situation. You have so the percentage is 10%. So what's the percentage on 10K? Oh yeah, if you do 10K, I'll be 50-50 with you on 10K. That's the conversation we can have off screen. But that would be when we are actually like locked in and you learn how to do it. But yeah, if you got 10K, we'll bet off your account, and 50-50, but you got to pay the taxes. No, it would be I would do the same deal that I did with the previous person. Be 40% for me, 30% for you, 30% towards taxes. And keep in mind that that would remain even after we make 10,000 back. So the bankroll will be back to you, and we will still have $10,000 in the account. But that's a conversation for another day. Just reach out. We could talk about that. But um, here's the situation, guys. I was offered that money, and I said, "Let me make the money now." He made some valid points, and now we're here. So in business, if somebody offers you a business investment, most people will take it. But the problem with you guys is you're looking at me and saying, this is Dennis getting $1,000. He's going to blow the money. He's stupid. He's going to do this and that. Guys, the whole point of this money is for me to get all my stuff I got to pay paid now because I got a paycheck coming Friday that I would like to just keep and then just give the money sooner out of the bankroll. But either way, I told him I'm giving him the money from my paycheck and I'm going to add the difference. So he knows the money's coming either way. You know, no matter what I do, I could crop on the money and throw it away. Doesn't matter. It's my money, do whatever with,
And you
but
see,
it's
and this is
to
why the
start
haters
betting.
be hating. You know, that's how
Yeah,
I be eating. You know, y'all be
but
out there
it's
eating
based off of
muskrat.
no. But I'm just saying though. Just let's keep this in mind. Last thing, this money intention was for me to start betting now, and then that way, when the 28th hit, whenever that Saturday is, I'm already locked in, ready. I'm going. I'm betting, and now everybody in that Patreon is gonna run up a bag. I'm keeping the Patreon. I got the free everything on free for the first 2 weeks. So that's it,
Dennis, if you
guys.
want to
So
remove
let's
me, I'll
let's
be back.
Okay. All right. So Ski, with that said, let's talk about that. Why are these people making such a big deal out of a hard money loan? Like, is it is this their ignorance or is it just me and they assume I'm gonna just blow the money or something?
Well,
When
to
I
keep
already ran up $600 that I showed the chat and everything. Every day I show my numbers.
to keep it real, it's complete ignorance because the reason why I say that is right. You know, if I was a kid, I'd be like $1,000 is a lot of money. When you're an adult, $1,000, especially in this economy, is really not a lot of money. It's like if you rob somebody for $1,000, you definitely have to be on drugs. Like it's just like like right now we live in an economy. If you drop $100 bill, you have a high chance of that getting returned back to you. If this was 2003, you drop $100 bill, like no. But what I'm trying to say is it's complete ignorance because it's like they made a big deal out of $1,000, like people not getting paid $4 or $5,000 a month or whatever. Like come on, man, like $3,000 is basically poverty.
Yep. I agree.
In my bad, I had to speak some business. But yeah, but like it's complete ignorance because $1,000 is really not a lot of money. Because it's like once again, like in this economy, you should make 45 $1,000 bills in a year. Like I don't get it. Like I think
Yep.
even if you work McDonald's, you're making $45,000 off the bat. Maybe even like 35, but like once again, like nobody here works at McDonald's. So I don't know. The only people that made a big deal after $1,000 was all I'm not gonna say their name,
Broke.
but you already know. Yeah, I'm not gonna. Maybe
Pretty
I'm gonna
much
say
broke.
like
Yeah.
lower end
Brokies.
people. Low, yeah,
Yeah,
brokies. It's
yeah,
just
brokey. Because think about this, Ski. They keep saying this is the thing that's just
a
it's funny.
thousand dollars.
They keep saying I'm gonna let you up, Joe. Give me a second, Joe. Okay? I gotta make sure I put it on so just in case somebody don't horn bomb me. So this is what is crazy about the situation. Okay, these people don't understand that they keep saying it to gamble. I'm not gambling. Dude, it's guaranteed. That's the point. Y'all don't understand, dude. The reason why I don't have a bankroll is because I'm trying to keep up with $6,000 in bills every month. This is the first month that I don't have AAU. So guess what? All the money I make now I'm keeping. I don't owe nothing. But every month I've had damn near $2,000 in AAU money that I had to come up with, and I had to pay trainers, etc. That was $2,000 every month that I didn't have from I couldn't get from a job. On top of paying my rent, all my bills, my gas, the food, fast food, y'all was up when I was on stream when I was bringing my son McDonald's, him and the trader. We were going $30 a pop for breakfast. So it's like crazy because like y'all don't understand this ain't no gambling for me. This is like easy work. Like I'm literally running up the bag. Like this ain't no chance of him losing anything because guess what? I just give it to him out of my paycheck. But here's the point. This ain't a gamble. Y'all keep saying gamble because y'all don't know. But if y'all learn my system, y'all will see that you guys are losing out on money trying to keep up with Brandon instead of trying to learn. Because if he didn't go on that diatribe, y'all would be learning how to bet. But instead, you guys are blocking your blessings. Because I told y'all, like, I can show you how to turn $5 into $500 like today. I might even do a video I'm gonna put behind a paywall. I'm gonna do a membership for $5. So that way, come I can get out of the way for free. But yeah, $5 membership, and I'm gonna literally show you guys how to turn $5 into $500 with all the bonuses that all the sports books offer for the first time user. But the point of the matter is,
I'm literally that good betting. It's just I don't have enough bankroll to bet big. I can't. You don't want to bet more than 5% of your bankroll, really 3%. So if, say for example, if Jeff we worked together and he had $10,000 bankroll, then guess what? My minimum bet is going to be $100. And then guess what? Like the hedge bet or the second bet, $100. Everything $100, and we're just running that up. And then if I happen to lose one, we double up $200. Then if I lose that one, I don't lose three in a row. I never lose three in a row. It's just once again, I don't have that big of a bankroll. If I got $2,000 worth, that's the reason why I made $25,000 because I was sleep. Remember, I moved out of this last name I say ski. I moved out of that woman's house randomly because I saw a roach. And I'm like, hell no, I don't do roaches. She lied about the roach problem. So I left and I literally in the middle of the night, I took all my stuff. She was at work and I bounced. And she was trying to get me to pay extra rent. And she was trying to hit on me and all. I just left. So when I left, I slept in the car for 17 days. I was miserable. I felt like driving to wealth. I'm like just miserable, blaming society for my problems. And then guess what I did? I said, "F this. I'm gonna get right." Okay, so I took the little bit of money I had to spare because all the other money went to the bills, and I had the car rental and everything that I was paying for. I took um, $89 and I turned it into $25,000. I came on stream and I showed y'all. I'm like, dude, I didn't, I'm that good. Like I got 13 in this account, 12 in this account, and I showed y'all. And I paid for everything, and I was back, and I was making thousands every week. But the whole point of the matter is, you guys gotta understand. If you don't know what I'm doing, don't be so quick to think it's fraudulent, shady. It ain't nothing but just making
You know
bets
what's
the right
crazy?
way.
That's what all the poor white people say. They say you're a drug dealer, you're a scammer. It's just sad because you're making a regular job's income, and that's why I get very offended by the whites because they always think a black person is up to something when you have a normal income. I can see you growing up in Rolls Royces, but I even get the same look when I go to Whole Foods or when I go to the gym and stuff like that. And I'm like, it's kind of wild because I'm like, I make a normal income, bro, and it's just wild, like a normal income. Like that's all you do. It's a normal income. You're not making anything egregious. People trying to say you're a scammer. How you a scammer when you have like a one bedroom apartment with no furniture in it? And that's no this to you. I know people gonna say that's trolling. I'm not trolling. It's just for you guys to sit down and say, we're gonna call Mahoning County to say this man is still in a building. They're like, this man is still in a building full of mold and charcoal. It's like, come on, man. Like this point, the ignorance is on y'all. Y'all are looking bad. And we need more people like Todd Johnson. Yeah, he said $45,000 isn't enough for most family. $45,000 a year is not enough for any family. And that's the type of white people we need because when we talk about the broke whites, we not talking about Todd. Todd gonna be like, they ain't talking about me. They talking about whoever so. But it's just like for a black person to make something regular, you got people over there trying to say you're scamming, you're scamming. How are you scamming when everybody calling you broke? So you just a broke scammer now? Like shout out to you, Dennis, the brokest scammer alive. Like you stole a building. They ain't say nothing to the white man that sold the Eiffel Tower 8 times. If I was you, I would keep all your stuff private because assuming you try to sell that building, what they gonna say? Oh, he's selling a stolen building, and they gonna try to mess that up because they ain't got no building to sell. And Pedro, I don't understand why you want the beef with Ski, man. Like, I thought we was cool, like we have no problems. But uh, like once again, there's a lot of YouTubers. I can give you name the one YouTuber that is on government assistance, and he does well. Really, I could give you a great list of YouTubers that's on government assistance that do the DoorDash driving, and I'm like, oh, so that's why gig share never worked for me because for you to work this type of job, you got to have some type of assistance to assist you. It's no different than people working at Dollar General, people that's working at maybe like collecting tickets at the stadium. The only reason why you're able to do that job that doesn't pay enough is because you get government assistance and because you want to be poor. Because I'm gonna be real, in this country, I'm gonna talk some ish here. If you want to be rich, you can be rich. You know what it takes. It takes 24 hours a day. You not having a day off. You not going to a birthday party. You getting out there hustling every day. Hey, I ain't trying to do that. So I ain't trying to be rich. If I was trying to be rich, I'd be out there hustling every day. The rules is kind of simple. If you want to be a bum, do the ride share. You want to be a bum, go listen to Pedro. Pedro's going to teach you how to be a bum and how you can not get deactivated from DoorDash so then you can have a little bit of money. And then what he's going to do, he's going to tell you, you could do this gig app that's going to make you $50 a day. And you're like, $50 a day? What can I do with that? They're like this. Listen, the real play is you have 4 kids at home and you go down to the welfare office and you tell them, this is my job. I'm self-employed. I'm self-employed. This is all I make. And you submit them your pay statements, and you can stay on that program. That's what Pedro is made for. Pedro is really a plant. He's truly a plant because he knows that rideshare is for strict losers and incels. You ain't popping out at no club talking about, yeah, man, I do some Uber and Lyft. They're not gonna drop their panties. They're gonna dip out of there, bro. You over there talking about, yeah, man, like I do a little bit of pizza delivery on the side. The only people you get like that is the baby moms like Teresa in the projects. Teresa in the projects, she does the DoorDash. There's another one, there's like Lashika. She does the DoorDash. And she got government assistance and she got a bastard ass child. And the father does the DoorDash with her, but he's not in the home. But then they doing DoorDash together. There's a lot of YouTubers that do DoorDash and government assistance and YouTube. That's just a fact. There's a lot of YouTubers that get government assistance. And then you're like, they don't want the videos to go viral because they don't want to let go of the government assistance. It's just a fact. But I'm gonna let you go because I don't want to hold you up. You got to make that money. We can't have you be out here being broke. We gotta put a horse on that polo. You rocking a polo with no horse. All right, catch you later. Can you hear me? Am I still up here? Yeah, I'm gonna let you go.
My bad.
Well, I'm gonna let you go regardless because you
My
need a
bad.
rest.
My
You
bad,
need, you need
Ski.
to
Ski. My bad.
you
I
get
was
into the
actually
bag. Say
no,
that. I'm
no,
getting into
no,
the
no.
bag.
I was talking the whole time, and I didn't realize you couldn't hear me.
You get into the
Yeah, I was
bag.
talking. Yeah, I was
No,
talking the
no,
whole.
no,
No,
no. You
no, I was
talking to the
talking. I
bag.
just
You're not a
no
poor white.
no
You're
the
not a poor
phone.
white.
But no, I'll do my last little I'm gonna do my last little monologue. And I'm gonna get off here so I can um do
Can you
the
kick
better
me so it
this
doesn't
game.
mute your mic for the audio?
If I got you, appreciate you though, man. Thanks for coming up. All right, so guys, let me do my little last little soliloquy with based off everything we just talked about today. So let me say this. Okay, so look, guys, in the chat, the sports betting, guys, I do good. Put it like this, guys. I literally do like 30,000 to 40 a year of sports betting. Literally. Like no joke. I'm that good. Now the reason why I'm good because I have systems that I use. Okay. And it's hard for me to explain them, which is why I'm going to do these Patreon training sessions because I can explain them slower, but I can't explain them fast on YouTube for you to understand. But understand, guys, and I'm actually gonna go on Patreon after this. I got a duty to put more info in there, so I'm probably gonna go live after this. And this is I think this might be Joe. Let me see. Let me fix this real fast, just in case. Guys, this you, Joe? All
Yeah, it's me. Can you hear me?
right, what's going on, man?
Hey, how come if you make 30 to 40,000 a year sports betting, and one of the last photos or posts that you posted, it said your all-time earnings were $3,000 for the year, I believe.
Because that's the newest account that I have, Fanatics. I'll show you again. Literally, Fanatics. Um, I started using Fanatics in like February, March. Remember, all my accounts were blocked. Real sportsbooks accounts were blocked. Bovada is my main account. Everybody knows Bovada is my main account. That's the one I've been using for years. Fanatics
Can we
is
see
just
the
what I
all-time
use
earnings in that?
on the side.
Can we see the all-time earnings in Bovada? just so that we
Nope.
know you're legitimate.
No, they only showed 30 days. I'm actually, matter of fact, I'll do that right now. I'm gonna reach out to them right now, and I'm going to ask them if I can get a statement for the lifetime.
And one more question
But
as well. One more question, respectfully. How come if gambling is guaranteed for you, how come you always run out of bankroll and you had to borrow a bankroll this time, and then you always end up quitting after about a month, and then you take a
oh,
month break, hop back on for a month? I'm just curious since it's a
okay, I'm
guaranteed.
gonna break that down. But first, I'm gonna break that down next. But first, there's that lifetime. Okay, you see that, and I'll show you when I started. It's 188,000, um, 862, one and 1,084,359 lost. That's the difference of like $4,400. This account is the bet account that I hedge off of. I don't even use this account full time. I hedge off this account. I don't know where I can. I don't know how to
I
see when I
mean,
started. But
we can't see that little ass phone screen. Can you post some screenshots possibly? Just so we know you're legitimate. That's all, respectfully.
let's do it again. Can you see that?
No, sorry, can't see it, man.
All right. Well, I'll put the screenshot on after do this. And then let me check and make sure I can't get to. It was a way that I was able to see when I opened the account, but I can't do it right now. All right. So
Mm,
I'm going to reach out to the provider while we're talking. So this is the reason why I lose my bankroll or don't have a bankroll every single time. And I always end up back in the same spot. So this is how it works. My bills every month I didn't realize were $6,000 a month. Literally, I broke them all down on stream, every single
mm,
line by line, because I did it on in my notebook, my notepad, and everything's legitimate. AAU, hotels, gas, everything. And the problem I face is I'm bad with money. So yes, I was doing the dentist thing, DPage thing, like going to Nike and spending $400 randomly. Giving my son $300 for this, and my daughter not so much now because she's been doing her own thing, but for this. So I don't. I spend the money until my account's dry. So what happens is, just say on the 1st of January, if I got $1,000 bankroll, I
mm,
always turn that $1,000 into $3,000 within by the end of the week. And then
mm,
what happens is I start taking out money to pay bills that I got, not big bills, but some bills, gas.
mm,
And this year has been AAU or something. But
mm,
just say I don't have nothing. That $1,000 that I started with, I put it back in my account. I got $2,000 to work with. So now what
mm,
happens is now I spend the next 3 weeks turning that $2,000 into $4,000 to $5,000. And then now we're at
mm,
the end of the month. I got to pay my rent, $1,300, my utilities, my car insurance, my renter's insurance. Now I'm at 1,500. And
mm,
then I have to go and I got to pay for my what else? What else? We got gas for the whole month is usually about give or take $700, $800 for gig work. That puts
mm.
me at about $3,000. Then I get
Ooh,
$400 that I got to give my son for support. He gets that
yeah.
every month. That puts me at about um
Um,
um what would that be, like 3,300 or whatever it would be. I'm off on my math right now. But and then after that, I have fast food every day. You told me to stop, and I'm trying. Eventually, I will stop. My fast food is $1,000 minimum every single month. So that puts me at over $5,000 every single month. And the
mm,
fast food, I could show you guys my bank statement of it separates the food and all that. The whole point is, my bills are 5,000. The only way
mm.
I'm going to make money. Are you moaning?
No, I'm
Oh,
just
okay. No, I
absolutely
thought you were. I thought you were having sex.
taken aback
But
by
but
I'm just taken aback by these numbers. This is my
yeah, maybe
goodness.
write them down. So now here's the
Yeah,
thing:
no,
with
please
any with
continue.
any with any job that I get, I'm not able to afford $5,000 a month. That's $60,000 a year, which you would have to have some type of skill, degree, or et cetera. So the only reason why I've been above water is because of sports betting. Literally, I've only had a job for maybe 6 out of the past like 12 months. Like literally, not
Mm,
even that many. I probably had a job. Let's see, I lost FedEx job in October. So you figure 3 months there, go full. So I probably had a job 7 months out of the past like year. And if you look at math on that, I've only made with jobs like $20,000 max. Not even that. So you do the math and calculations. That means I would have had $1,000. I got to come up somewhere, somehow. Now I did have the accident, of course. Remember I took 10,000 towards the building. So the whole point of the matter is, like, I have to bet to get where I need to be. But the reason why my bankroll goes down, because as I told you all those bills, if I only get my bankroll to $1,000 of profit that I turn into, 4,000 or whatever, 5,000, with me working also, if at the end of the month, all I got is that, and I pay all my bills, and I've been paying for gas throughout the month. Now I have nothing left. I'm back down to $1,000, and now I got to start over. It just happened that last month I was down to $1,000, but I had a lot of stuff I had to pay for. My son had one more AAU tournament I had to pay for, and I had a couple other things personally I had to pay for. That's the reason why I didn't have a bankroll, and I wasn't going to bet until the 28th when I knew I would be able to accumulate $1,000 that I don't care if I lose it, because you never want to bet unless that money is not, like, you can't, it ain't life or death. Like right now, it ain't life or death, because if I was to lose, which I'm not, but if I was to lose, then I can replace it with my paycheck. This is just the front, so I can start betting now. He can make a little bit of money, and then now once he sees how I operate, he may want to invest more. And then guess what? He makes more. That's the relationship this money is. So that's why I did it and didn't just wait until football starts. I hope that answered your question.
So if it's guaranteed, why don't you just take your last $100 and just bet it, since you're gonna make it for sure anyways?
Because I'm not a degenerate. That's a degenerate. Like when I turned to 89 and 25,000, I was an absolute fluke. Like I accidentally bet $1,000 on this international game, and I couldn't cancel the bet because the line changed and it was an in game, and I got lucky. Otherwise I would have lost the 1,500 I made the first day after not having money the whole month, and then so the reason why is because of the fact, um, you got to have $1,000. If I don't have $1,000, I'm not betting. It's a waste of my time because I'm not going to be betting $25, $50 and working my way up. With me having $1,000, immediately I get $600 of bonus offers, so that puts me at $1,600. Like this balance right here doesn't even include the other account that I got $600 of bonus money that I'm going to access once I make a deposit in my other account that's not Bovada, my Fanatics account. So I'm going to have 1,900 or 1,800 and change by the end of tonight, because I was waiting for WNBA to wager, to do the hedging. That's what's going on right now.
Got you. If someone were to say that pretty much everything you just said is complete bullshit, and the only reason why you're afloat is because of Cali Girl, how would you respond to that?
No way. You think however you want to think. You're doing so good, but the problem is you don't care. You just want to come on and try to, hate. But that's hate. There's no need. There was no need to say no. That was hate, because there's no need for you to bring her name up. I'm a grown ass man, and I just broke down what I make, and literally I showed my accounts all last month, the month before that, every single month I show my account. I don't go away and say I'm not betting no more. What I say is I'm taking a break because there's nothing to bet right now. Last month there was nothing to bet but Summer League in July, and then you had the basketball tournament at the beginning of July.
You've never
Since
said
that,
you're not going to bet anymore. You've never said that.
Joe, I've never said I'm going to not sports bet. That's stupid. Why would I not sports bet if I make a killing doing it? I would never. I said I'm not doing it now.
So if I
I
find a
never
video of
said,
you saying it last month, then what does that mean? You're gonna explain it away, as in, no, what I really meant was
dude, I
you're
never said, dude, find a video and you can send it to me. I never said I'm never betting again. That's stupid. That'd be a lie. I'm never going to stop betting because I'm not good at betting. And when I go to Vegas, if I go to Vegas, I'm working for that guy again if I end up in Vegas. Like, I'm not good at betting. I'm good with numbers. Um, but you didn't have to go there, man. Because bottom line is, as a grown man, I pay my bills and I will work and slave myself to do so, just like I did in California. Okay, I'm set up. My bills ain't that much. My bills in reality are $3,000. The other 2 to 3 are spurging. That's spurging on basketball and all the other stuff, fast food that can all be cut off, which is what I'm about to do.
so
That's the reason why my bills are that much.
are your bills $3,000 or 6,000? Because you said two different numbers within the past 10 minutes.
My personal bills, my essential bills are about $3,000. But the 3,000 extra is because of me living above my means, such as the fast food, the AAU, the car, the truck that I'm driving, when I can go get a little car for $2,000 and drive that. But the 3,000 in the past 4 months, 5 months has been spurging, literally spurging. Like Javion, bringing him down here, that cost me like $1,000 minimum. And randomly in a month that, I was already in over my head with 5,000-6,000 expenses because of AAU. Those hotels for AAU are like $400-$500 a night, and I was doing 2 nights a tournament. So look, man, for once in your life, it gets to a point that you're so thirsty to just make me look bad that you're blocking your blessings because this betting stuff, like next month when I'm ahead, I'm that confident that I would give you a $200 bankroll to open up an account and just follow my picks. Give me my money back after you get up $1,000. Give me my $200 back. I'm that good. I would literally let you. I'll send you the money to an account. Make a Bovada account. I'll send you the money, and you bet the way I tell you. One of my systems. When you make that $1,000 in like a week or two, just pay me back my $200. That's how confident I am. But you're not going to do it because you're so thirsty to make me look bad. So I mean, if that's what you want, you might as well just bounce now because it's not going to work. I'm on my medication. I don't care what any of y'all think because you guys are insignificant to me. You are not famous. You're not rich. I can't get nothing from you. I don't benefit from knowing you. The only thing you are is just a moment, I guess. You're a clip. Go ahead, guys. Clip. Joe saying Cali Girl pays my bills. Go to clip that. I mean, you got any more you want to throw at me?
No, just asking questions, man. I don't know why you're being defensive.
No, you were respectful at the start, but you had to bring the Cali Girl in, knowing that even if it
I
was
mean, it's
true,
the
I'm going to
truth.
say
You
no,
gotta, you
but it
gotta
ain't the
tell the
truth.
truth. I gotta
Dude,
tell
it
the
ain't.
truth, man.
But dude, I'm paying my own bills. I showed every single month since last November. I come on and show how much I make, and then when I lose the bankroll, which only happened one time, I came on, which is what you're referring to, and said, I really don't want to be a degenerate sitting here betting on international soccer or whatever. I'd rather just wait until football starts. That's what I said because international crap is fluky. You have teams up by 10, they lose the score in the last 50 seconds of the game. Up by 10, you lose by 1 point. It's rigged. So I said, I'm done until football starts. So I'm going to try to focus on a job, which is what I got right now, a job, and lift. That's literally what I said. And then I said at the end of the month, I'm going to take $1,000 and I'm going to go back to betting on college football. So that way, just like last year, you remember I was in Vegas, I had 7,000 cash, and I freaking had a good time. And I made that in literally 3 days. So I don't know what else
Does
you want from me, man.
does the supposed person that gave you the $1,000 bankroll know that you have like a lawsuit against you right now?
Dude, what does that lawsuit have to do with them getting their money?
If someone's
I'm
suing you
confused.
for money, if someone's suing you for money, I don't think they would want to give you money to gamble with.
What do you mean? What, don't I
If
just pay it
someone's
back?
suing you for a specific amount of money, I don't think another person would want to just give you money to gamble with. Other than one person that we all know in the chat, but she'll remain nameless.
No, actually, the guy that gave me the money, and I don't swear to God, but the guy that gave me the money is a subscriber. Swear to God, I don't swear to God and lie. Swear to God and in the Bible, one of the guys in the chat actually gave me the money. And secondly, me getting having a lawsuit against me does not affect him getting his money back in a week, which is what our agreement is. I'm going to pay back in a week, even though I could have said 2 weeks or whatever. Pay a little bit more in interest, but I said 1 week. 1 week. $100 or 1 week, $100 interest. So you see what I mean by like you said that just to have a moment, man. It's like, what's the point, dude? That's a hard money
I'm
loan.
not
He's
trying
not
to have a
loaning. We don't have
moment.
no contract. He just handed me the money. He just literally said, "Oh, here you go." Like, dude, he need
Okay,
no contract. He's good. He's
we,
not like no
we
offense.
got
He's
to
not
stop with
like
this
you
trying to have a
guys.
moment thing. We got to stop with
He,
this. I'm trying to have a moment thing. There's 30 people here. A moment's not going to happen.
dude.
I'm
No, you're
sorry.
trying to have a moment. Why would you say? Why would you correlate me getting $1,000 from somebody that I don't have a contract with and a lawsuit? Like, do you think they're gonna take my money? Like, dude, they can't take nothing unless they get a judgment, and they got to take the money from the business. That was a personal loan for me to do whatever I want with, and I'm choosing to bet because that's the goal of me betting to make the $100 interest and give him back his money in a week and still have enough money to continue betting and not waiting until the end of the month. So I don't get. That's the reason I'm confused. I don't know I don't know if you think you're insinuating that because he gave me the money, the court or somebody's gonna take the money out of my hand. I mean, what? That's what I'm
I
saying.
never
What does
said
that
that.
have to do?
I'm not
What have to do?
insinuating
But what does that do with anything? Like, what does the law? You think he thinks I'm grimy? Like, dude, I'm not grimy. That lawsuit,
that.
y'all don't
Has
even
to
know about the
do
lawsuit.
mostly with your character. If someone's being sued, if someone was being sued, would you give them money and
Of
expect them to pay you
course.
back?
Of course, if I know that guy's good at something and if I know I'm gonna get my money back in 40% what the bank would pay me, keeping the money in the bank, 40 times the amount, then absolutely I'll give them the money. If I know that person is good and at what they're gonna invest in and I know I'm gonna get my money back, they don't care. Dude, this is you guys. You guys think that way because you guys allowed one person to make y'all think that I'm just a retard. Like, dude, I'm good at a lot of stuff. Like this, he's about to make his money back. He's gonna get his money back in 100. And then even if I lost, I would have gave him money back out of my paycheck. That's what you don't understand. Like this lawsuit, um, once again, you guys are running around saying that I'm personally getting sued. I'm not personally getting sued. I'm not even on a lawsuit. My business is getting sued. I'm a representative of my business. So if they get a judgment, it's gonna be against my business, not me personally. So y'all can manipulate it all you want. Oh, she don't mean nothing, dude. I bought the building as a business entity because I don't have no money as Dennis Page. I don't have credit or nothing. My business has all the money. Page Federal has the business credit. And I tried to apply for a loan with Page Federal, but then I was told that I had to, get an engineer and all this stuff. And I said, no, I'm gonna just flip it. And that's what
Yeah.
is in the works right now, flipping that property. And
There's
now
this
the
person
people
that
know, the owner, the people that's suing know what they know. They talk to the mayor. They know that the building is in the process of being, transferred or not transferred, but potentially transferred. So
does
that
the
way the
person that
city
gave you
can
the bankroll know about the investigation also or no?
do this. What investigation? What are you talking about?
I mean, come on.
No, seriously, what investigation? I don't know about no investigation. I'm not being locked up or I don't have no warrants. What are you talking about investigation?
Out of respect, I'm not gonna get into it in front of everybody, but you
No,
know
no,
what I'm
no,
talking
no,
about.
no, no, no. I'm not gonna boot you. Just say it. Unless you know it's a lie, just say it. Unless you know it's a lie. And he's actually in the chat. He's in the chat. The dude's been in the chat the whole like most of the stream. He's been in the chat.
I
Like he
mean, we
knows
all
everything
know.
about me. He's tight. He's cool. But dude, he's not like you guys. He ain't gonna make up a reason to hate me, dude. I'm chilling. Like I'm
We all know
literally
the IRS wants their money.
okay. So what? I didn't know investigation from the IRS. What are you talking about? I paid my taxes last year.
Did you?
If you're insinuating that, bro, yes, I paid my taxes last year. I don't know what you
Okay.
mean. And the year before that, I didn't pay taxes. I didn't have to. Year before that, I
See,
didn't have to pay taxes.
if I was looking for a quote unquote moment like you be trying to say I am, then I really would just air it all out. But I'm not gonna do
No,
that
no,
today.
no, 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 dude, air it out. Because maybe you can help me. I didn't know I was getting audited. I didn't get no letter in the mail. I got nothing. Unless one of you guys, you maybe reported me and lied, and all they're gonna do is just audit me and say, hey, you got to come in and show us because these people tipped us off on this and that, and then I'll just come in and show them everything, dude. Like I pay my
Okay.
taxes. I've been paying taxes since, and I've been gambling, sports betting since freaking 2008. The years that I made a big bag, I paid my taxes. I had an accountant.
And you do know they need their money on gambling earnings too, right?
Yes, yes, I pay taxes on all. Dude, I did that this year on purpose because I wanted to qualify for a loan for the building, and I didn't have no income, enough income personally. So I had to put the business in my business corporation name, so that way my business can potentially get a loan to fix the building. And the business doesn't qualify because the business is not the person sports betting. The business is not the person doing Lyft and DoorDash. The business has no money, no equity, no nothing other than that building. And the only way for me to get a hard money or get a loan from that bank, that's the local bank or city bank, it's the bank that the city uses to offer out grant money. I would have to pay 30,000 for engineers, et cetera, to draw up plans for me to then go to the bank to get the money, which I'm not doing because I don't want to waste the time with the energy. But I think what you're referring to is the taxes not being paid on the building right now. You do realize I'm working hand in hand with the mayor of the city, getting this issue resolved with the neighbors, with everything with the city. Like he knows the taxes haven't been paid. It doesn't, it takes like 2 years before they actually come after you or it has to be a significant amount of money. Like if you own like $1 million building or something, then yeah, they're gonna come after you if you owe, what, 30,000 in taxes, or it ain't that much, maybe 9,000 in taxes. But my taxes is only, I think, like $1,500, $2,000 a year. But either way, it's going with whoever takes that building on. So if you're talking about the taxes, I mean, there you go. There's your answer.
Yeah, nah, that's not what I'm talking about. But that's what's up, man.
Dude,
I'm not
dude, no,
trying
no,
to.
no, 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 Joe. Just say it, bro. I don't know. Just say it.
I'm not trying to go
This is
crazy.
why I don't, this is why, no, Joe, this is why I'm literally being respectful. You being respectful. Dude, just say it. And all the stuff over there that they say that I do, just say it. Dude, it's all lies. You guys are over there believing him, knowing it's lies. Every single thing. You said I did deed fraud. I don't know if you just said that, but y'all was over there. I'm doing defraud. Like, how am I gonna defraud a guy with a corporation worth millions of dollars? I'm gonna defraud the corporation that's worth million plus dollars. Like, they ain't got a lawyer that's like high powered. Like, come on, bro. Every single thing that he said was a lie. Gonna give me more. This is fun.
Salute. That's what's up. But
Joe,
look,
everybody's in the chat asking you, no, no, don't run away.
we can talk
Don't,
behind the scenes if you actually
no,
can get
Joe,
it. I'm not
Joe,
here
don't
to
run
just
away.
provide entertainment for everybody.
Joe,
You can hit me behind the scenes.
I'm not talking to you behind the scenes, man, because you
Okay,
you
that's
can say it here.
fine. I'm not getting
I'm
sued.
good.
That's not me. You don't got to talk to me behind the scenes if you don't want to.
Joe, a lawsuit. This is the thing that you guys don't. This is what happens when you don't know business, dude.
Why are you holding me
The,
hostage? What makes you think you
there's,
know business? What
there,
successful business have you ever had?
I actually had a couple, but the one COVID, the second one was CS Entertainment. I ended on a high, but the business I'm in right now is going to garner a profit at the end of the day. Page Federal is going to garner a profit, but if you're insinuating something that I don't know about the the Page Federal business, then if you want to tell me, you can tell me on here. I don't need to hear anything after because I know everything about everything. Like you thinking that if I get sued, they're gonna come and run up in here and take my TV, take my bike, take my car, take my
I'm
phones,
not
take
doing that
everything,
to you.
dude. Lawsuits don't work that way. They're suing my business. They can't sue me personally because I am not the owner of the building. The business owns the building. Like the
Why are
business
you
bought the
explaining all
building
this to me when I never
because
said any of
you're
that?
because I'm trying to get you to say what you think is like hardcore information. Because I'm not going to talk to you behind the scenes. We're not cool like that, man. Because you're going to go right back over there and make up some stuff, and I'm not doing that. I'd rather not talk to you, so they can't do a whole monologue about how I told you that my feet are freaking smelly and I'm like, you know, eating wieners or something. I don't know, man. I just don't want to do that. So if you don't want to tell me now, then I mean, if you got more, let me know.
Can we see the letter?
What letter?
The letter in the lawsuit.
No, it's on the website. Like you already got it. It's on the literally on the website. I got it, by the way. Yeah, I got it in the mail. They tried to serve me through the mail, and I of course I wasn't here to get it because I was on vacation. And then the way it works is after they try to serve you, a month later they can serve you through your postal mail, and that's what they did. They served me postal mail, and it's the same thing that you guys got, the same exact thing that you guys been looking at. It's the same thing, nothing else.
How come you didn't respond to the initial complaint?
Because I have 28 days from that letter being sent. See, this is another thing. Y'all don't know what y'all don't know. Once again, business.
I'm asking
You could
you,
have.
this
No,
man.
I'm saying you guys didn't know business enough to y'all always saying that if I don't answer that um by Monday, then I'm going to jail, which this is a civil lawsuit. I'm never going to jail. And if they do get a judgment, it will be my business will just go bankrupt because I have nothing anyway. They know that business was to buy the building and do whatever. But here's back to the point. Um, this matter, um, this lawsuit, I have 28 days from when I received the mail.
And
And
28 days would have been Monday.
I just got it. Yeah, I just got the letter 4 days ago. The date is on the note. Like on the 13th, I got it. So I got from the 13th, 28 days to answer. The other party already answered. I don't think this is gonna see court, but we're gonna see. Look, in all reality, I asked the guy yesterday, okay? Like I asked him. I said, first off, how would they know? First off, my building is higher than their building. They can't put a ladder on their building and climb up to my building to see if it's leaking. Okay. Secondly, my roof was never leaking. What my roof was collecting water and it's draining down slow. But I have a slope that's high that literally the water stays up there and it just goes down the pipe. But they cleaned the pipe for me when the mayor went up there. The people were looking out, and they just sucked the stuff out the pipe, and the water went right down, good to go. Okay, and you do realize every single roof on that whole corridor, all the roofs leak and hold the water, including the building that's trying to sue me. Their building holds water. Everybody holds water. So with that said, they have to prove, which how would they prove they've never been in my building to see where the water is coming from? I offered him to come into my building when I came to town. He said he already knows what's going on. How do you know if you've never been up there? They didn't have a roofer up there. They didn't sneak up there like MacGyver. You can't. It's too big of a risk. The buildings are old. So with
I mean,
that
it's
said, the only
pretty easy to find someone to get on the roof right quick.
okay, concrete fedora. First off, um, no, nobody's gonna go on the roof real quick and let a roofer that would not. Look, we're talking about Marbury. We're talking about Youngstown. Okay, y'all watch too many movies. Okay, this ain't about to be no. They ain't got no lawyers watching my live stream, dude. Okay, because I first off, anything I said is not enough to do anything with because I'm stating fact. My roof is not leaking. Like I said that from the start, the drain was clogged, but it ain't no water going to their building. But if they want to say that, because, but here's the thing, there's more to them. Maybe y'all should look up and do y'all research and look up that company, corporation, look up them and see what they've already done. And then it would make sense why I don't care. I'm handling this respectfully, lawfully, because of course, I mean, it's still a lawsuit, but in reality, this is what I do. I like to study the law and I know my rights. And ultimately, just because I'm getting sued don't mean that they're going to win. And that's the thing you got to remember, man. They got to prove in their case. You can't just say, I think that his roof is causing water in my building. And then y'all said mold. Think about this. This is how dumb people are trying to like I guess narrate this situation. If they got mold from my building, they're claiming. Actually, they're not even claiming mold. Nowhere they're claiming mold. But if they got mold, they would be shut down. The city would shut them down. The health inspector would shut them down for having mold in their building. You do realize that, right?
Okay.
Okay, so that means they don't have mold. If the health department is letting them run the pizzeria, that means they don't have mold. So what are they saying? Because if water's leaking from my building, that would create mold, absolutely create mold. So if your building's moldy because of me, but you're still operating, never got taken off, how the heck? Okay, so forget about that, Joe.
I mean, the
Bro,
lawsuit specifically states mold. So I don't think they would just make up mold out of nowhere.
so here's the situation. Once again, they put that on the lawsuit. If they put it on a lawsuit, I don't think I saw that. But if they did, then that means they should be shut down right now. They're operating with mold. If I go public with that, you realize how devastating that'd be? That they got mold from my building and they're still operating. Who are they paying off?
You
They
think,
couldn't have mold because they
you
would
think
have
that'll
to
be
pay somebody
devastating for
off.
them?
Huh?
You think that'll be devastating for them?
Yes, because what are they going to get from me? You can't get money from a dead business. The business is cooked. Like the business was created for that building to have a nightclub again. And guess
I
what?
think
It failed. I got a failed business like anybody else. There's most people that have businesses have failed many of times, and I failed. I'm sorry, Pace Federal is a failure. Just like CS Entertainment is a failure. I've
yeah.
failed multiple times.
I think a lot of this
So
can be cleared up from you just reading the letter out loud on stream.
I'm not going to do that because that would be stupid. Why would I incriminate myself in any way for your entertainment? That's stupid. But with that letter, anybody can look it up online. It's right online. On top of that, most of their factual evidence is coming from, or facts and evidence, or whatever you call it, is coming from the city finding the previous owners. So since I take control of the building, I have not been fined. I have not been, nothing. And currently, it's in process of the city doing some work to it. But I have not been fined. I'm not at risk. They haven't come. City hasn't come. I mean, I've let the mayor in there 4 times. They haven't came in and said this is a safety hazard. Let's get this taken care of with the escrow money that's in the escrow account. No, because my building is structurally sound. I'm good. They're just claiming
Structurally
that water's
sound.
coming by.
There's a hole on the roof.
There's no hole in the roof. It's a hole in the floor, not in the roof.
How is that structurally sound?
Because when the fire department had to get the smoke, let the smoke go, out the building, they had to punch a hole on to the second floor so the smoke will go out. That's how they did it. They put a hole in the building. I mean on the floor. So that floor has to be fixed. But the previous owners decided not to move on with the project after they saw the cost involved with the planning and all of that. Like with just that first floor, they said, you know what, forget about it. It was their choice. They said, I don't want to do it no more, which is why they reached out to me to see about acquiring it. But once again, my roof ain't leaking. My roof is good. It's just the fire department put that hole in the floor. That's what I told y'all from the start. Yeah.
Salute.
Boy Wonder, I showed y'all the hole in the floor. Yes, when a fire is like, when smoke is like bad, they literally punch a hole so it can go up and out. It was stuck all on the first floor. That's the reason why they poked a hole in the floor. Otherwise, it wouldn't be no hole in the floor. So I don't know if you got anything else. I mean, I'm not lying. I mean, you know how usually I do the whole line that you think I lie to you. Everything I'm telling you is all facts.
Yeah, every single day. Yeah, I know how you do that.
You know, every single day. I'm showing y'all. I'm showing y'all records.
Different.
Huh?
Why would today be any different? If you come up here and lie for an hour every day, just for
all right, Joe, you want me to boot? You want me to boot you? I'm sitting here. I gave you my time. Like,
I
just
told you I
showing
was
love.
leaving 30 minutes ago, and you told me
Okay.
not.
All right. Well, goodbye. All right. Well, all right. Talk to you later, then, man. That's fine.
So,
All right, man. All right. So, I'm assuming that didn't go the way you wanted it to go. So now that actually makes Brandon and company look even worse because I guess that was supposed to be Andrew Wilson um, trying to get me to, either say something I shouldn't say or whatever. Guys, all the stuff that's been said about me is just lies. Most of these people don't know what they're talking about. They're just going off of what they think. Borderline stupid. Mind you, I have my medication now, so I'm like just smooth. I don't have just I can think now straight. I just took my medication. I can think straight. I wanted to be a lawyer, but I didn't get to the point of educating myself to be one. But I'm actually excited about this. Not about getting sued. I'm excited about potentially having to. Um, so I can't represent myself because legally in Ohio you have to have a lawyer, which I'm gonna have to pay for a lawyer. Um, but um, I would have loved to represent myself because there's a lot of things that I can get out of this situation that would benefit me. So shout out to Track. Yeah, I completed the deliveries, the last one. Guys, if y'all got questions for me, right now it's question and answer. And then I'm gonna get off here. So any questions for me? Otherwise, I'm gonna take a nap. I'm betting the last. Oh, actually, I gotta see. Money never stops. I'm going to make a video on my Patreon about how to hit on these WNBA bets and then how to bonus watch yourself into $500 with you using all the books one by one to run up a bag. That's going to be the lesson for today on the Patreon. Now I put the link up a few times already. So yeah, if you guys want to go to it, feel free to go and you can get a bag with me, man. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, I can't find a link, but y'all can jump on there if you want. So Boy Wonder, WNBA is a gold mine because all you do is wait until the last minute and a half. And if you have Fanatics, they let you bet up until like 50 seconds left in the game. So if you have a team, like a score that's like 82 to like 87, you know that the team that's down by 5 are going to have to either foul or they're going to have to foul eventually. Okay. Because this is how WNBA is. So if you have um, 165 points, but the over and under offering is like you have 160, whatever number I said, 166, but the over and under they're going to give you is like 168, 8 points. They're going to score 8 points in a minute and 20 seconds, especially if they're down by 5 points. So you do that strategy the last, minute and a half of the game, WNBA, you run up big bags. Then 2 minutes left when they have it over and under at 10 points and the game is close, or you run up bags all day. You can go not all in, but you can go big on that. That's what I'm doing. I'm planning on going heavy on these 4 WNBA games to run this bankroll. I would love to be at $3,000 when I wake up in the morning to show y'all, but I'm probably only going to get to $2,000. I'd love to get to $3,000, and then we're going to cash that out, pay the debt, pay all the other stuff, and then we're going to be cooking. But yeah, that's that. We got 33 people in here. Can you hit the like button on your way out? Any other questions you got for me? I'm going to end this live stream because, you guys, this is Dennis, media trained Dennis right here. This is who I was when I was D Page in Youngstown throwing parties, who I was in Las Vegas being an assistant, to the millionaire sports bettor that I worked for. This is me throughout my life at my best. But I know y'all haven't really experienced this because I get crazy. I get crazy. Um, Boy Wonder. What is the bonus bet? Let me know what it is. I'll tell you how to do it. Just let me know what it is. Let me know how much and what it is. Let me know if it's a match play or if it's you deposit $500 and they give you $500. No, this is a real couch. This is that futon. I'm gonna put this futon in my bedroom and I'm gonna put a couch over there. But yeah, let me know how. Oh, bruh. Yeah, you're cooked on that. $5, you might as well I would just, yeah. I mean, I could work it out with WNBA. I mean, we just last minute and a half of every WNBA game is 4 games today. If you like go all in every time on the over, as long as the game is close, like within like 6 points, go with the over, you're gonna double that up and then triple it up, then quadruple it up. So you should have $50 at the end with that $5. That's what I would do. If you have Fanatics, you can make more than that because Fanatics, they be offering like 4 plus 400 if you buy you take like 7 extra points, 6 extra points. And that hits sometimes because if you have a game that's neck and neck and the teams are scoring, or a team is down by 6 and it's head to head, like they're neck and neck, like keeping up, then that lasts like um minute and a half to 2 minutes, they're gonna put up like 18 points. So that over like by 15 with a minute or 2 minutes left, be hitting all day. And that's like plus 400. So within 6 points with 2 minutes left, bet the over. Absolutely. So let me slow it down. Actually, I'm gonna go on my Patreon right now, guys. I'm gonna go on my Patreon. Boy Wonder, just come to the Patreon. I'm gonna start the Patreon in 10 minutes. The link is right there. It's patreon.com/the Amazing Hustler. I'll break it down on there because I'm not going to waste my time on here because most of y'all don't care about it anyway. But I want to give a shout out to Nav coming on. Shout out to Ski. Shout out to Ski coming on. Um, shout out to who else? I think it was just y'all too. Oh, Joe, even Joe. Shout out to Joe coming on. Yeah, with it. So yeah, just come to Patreon, man. No, I'm not about to train. I'm about to do the yeah, I'm about to do a training course on the betting with Patreon. But yeah, I'll break it down over there. But yeah, if you got like 8 points, all you need is 8 points for like a minute and a half, they're gonna hit that. Unless of course the team's getting blown out by like 25 points, then they might hold the ball and have some integrity and just jack up threes that they're gonna miss. But if the game is like within like 6 points, it's always gonna go over. Unless you have your 1 out of 10 times, you would have the two teams just keep missing and the team that's down by 6, they wait till like 40 seconds left before they start the foul game. But remember, when they start the foul game, they foul and then they go down and make a layup usually, or they get to the foul line. Then then they got to foul again. So now that's 8, and then they got to go get a layup. So that's 8 points right there. That's the point. You always get those 8 points. But now you even have, if a team is down by say 6, they foul. Now they're down by 8, and then they miss they'll still foul down by 10 points. And then if they don't make a shot, then you're cooked. But most of the time, they're going to make a shot within 2 possessions. They're going to get a layup. So that's the reason why that goes over. But look, everybody's out of here, guys. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. I'm on the Patreon in 10 minutes. That's all I got. I'm out. Peace.